What's going on, people? It's your boy Tops back again, live for another Tops Talks Transfers show. Before I get into it, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, T Chanzo Sports, the home of sports. So a bit of breaking news, obviously, since the morning show. Make sure you guys check out the morning show, Tops in the Morning. Make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, some breaking news since then. And yo, big up OP, my brother. What you telling me, guy? Hope you're well. Big up, bro. Hope you're well. Make sure you guys smash the like button. But yeah, a bit of breaking news from Sam C, who is very reliable. Obviously, he is a journalist. I think he's a Manchester United fan, but he is quite reliable. He's got another exclusive, and it's one that will put Arsenal fans' heart at ease, to be honest with you, because it says Arsenal are now confident that Ethan Nwaneri is set to put pen to paper on a new long-term contract in the coming days. Now, this is absolutely massive news. There's a little bit of panic in the last couple of days, considering, again, we've seen the likes of Miles Lewis-Skelly, we've seen the likes of Gabriel sign new deals. And again, we already thought that maybe Ethan Nwaneri, especially because of the season he's just had, been a proper part of the first team, as well as scoring some crucial goals, that he was just going to be certified. He's going to be, signing for Arsenal, guaranteed. But then, again, the rumors came out that Chelsea were inquiring about him, and then all this thing about him not being happy with a particular game time, and that money was involved. But I always had a feeling that he definitely would sign still. I think, again, it was kind of a situation we had similar with his contract when he was 15, 16, where there was a lot of noise coming out of that camp, but eventually he did sign. And it looks like he's going to be signing. And the good thing is as well, in the coming days, so it looks like this could be resolved in the next week or so, which is obviously excellent news. Nothing signed yet, but the renewal now heading in a positive direction, which is great. Absolutely great news. And he's a fantastic player for sure. Man said, why the shave? Listen, I needed a fresh shave, man. Obviously, fresh little look. You get me? Yeah, looking 18 again, blood. What's man talking about? Yeah? Tops looking like a Malteser, chat. I love you, bro. I'm looking like you now, rude boy. You've not been able to grow a beard in a minute. My man looks like a Timo Miles Lewis-Skelly. Yeah, you chat, you're killing me. You're absolutely killing me, bro. That's a Timu Miles Lewis-Skelly. Hey, I'll take it, man. But yeah, the beard had to go. And yeah, man, fresh look, bro. Ready for the new season and that. You get me? So yeah, man, big up the chat as always, bro. But yeah, back to obviously the news about Ethan Nwaneri. Good news, man. Obviously, I was massively worried in terms of potentially him going to Chelsea and us getting Madueke, which would have been crazy. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It looks like he's going to sign a new deal. And hopefully we can see a lot more of him next season, because I still think he's going to be an important part of the squad for the simple fact that he's got qualities. He's now got Champions League experience playing in the Champions League. He's got experience playing for the team in a number of positions. So I think we can definitely utilize him even a bit more than we did last year, considering obviously we had a load of injuries last year. But in this year, if we can keep the injuries down to a minimal, we can use him in a way where he's not desperate for us to actually use him because we've got no one else. When he's kind of coming on for 15, 20 minutes and kind of influencing the game that way, when maybe we're already winning the game or the pressure is a bit off, we might be able to ease him into that first team lineup a bit more smoother than obviously last year where we were forced to play him. Man said, I knew once I grew a beard, I'd outrun. You joker. Man said, I'd run you out the town. Hold that. Yeah. Allow it, bro. Go bar for bar with your beard. Let's use the top, bro. You know you can't touch my beard. You're moving mad. Big up Carlos every single time, man. This guy's a joker. Absolute joker. Man, he's going to run me out. I don't think so, man. But yeah, obviously good news, positive news in that direction. And hopefully we can see a bit more positive news when it comes to Ethan Nwaneri. Obviously, AFC stuff. Basically saying the same thing about Sam reports, obviously reporting the same kind of news. But yeah, hopefully we can see that obviously contract being signed, and then we can go on from there. Obviously some more news as well. Talking about Arsenal's obviously transfer dealings beyond Victor Gyökeres. Arsenal are exploring other ways to improve their attack. Arsenal see Noni Madueke as their versatile player who can support Bukayo Saka on the right wing, as well as providing an option on the left. So this Madueke, this news, man, is not going away for sure. Other players for the left wing spot remain under discussion. Also, I've undertaken significant background work on Rodrigo and have held preliminarily talked about a possible move. Anthony Gordon is admired, while Lookman has been discussed, but thus far also have been unwilling to match Atlanta's valuation. Also, I've also looked at creative midfielders such as Eze as well. Much may depend on what Arsenal have left in the budget after any deal for Gyökeres is struck. It remains to be seen if potential signings such as Rodrigo or Eze may be dependent on potential outgoings. Obviously, that's Gunnar Bloke, who obviously worked with David Ornstein and The Athletic. So, yeah, that's kind of the outlet of what Arsenal are planning to do in terms of which kind of positions they're looking at, which kind of players. Like I said, Anthony Gordon is the only real one that's been mentioned by the Athletic. No other kind of journalists are mentioning them. So that's definitely one to look at for sure, man. Do you think Ethan can play on the left? Big up OP. I'm not sure, I feel like with Ethan, yeah, I think obviously we've seen him on the right and he played pretty well. In the 10, again, I think in the 10, I think it depends on who he's playing with as well, who we can link up with in that obviously position. Because obviously at the time, we didn't really even have a proper striker there. Obviously, Marino was playing up front at the time as well when he was playing him in that number 10 kind of role sporadically. So yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like it depends on the other personnel. In terms of on the left, I think, again, he's obviously predominantly left-footed and he doesn't really have much pace, but he can link up and interchange. I think he's probably more suited playing in the left 8 rather than the left wing because, again, he's someone that can spin on the half turn, can get past a few players with his dribbling, and he's got eye for a pass as well. He can play a through ball or a cross into the box. So I think he's probably more in the mode in that kind of 8 kind of role, 10 kind of role. And, again, that's where he was playing, obviously, in the academy, on the 21s. He was more in that kind of midfield 10/8 role. And I think we did play him in the 10/8 role in pre-season where he played okay, to be fair. He played all right. I remember he set up Jesus. It was a great ball in against Manchester United in America, playing from that left 8 and putting the ball across the box for Jesus to tap it in. So he's definitely got the qualities to do it. But whether we see him there or not, I'm not too sure. I feel like, again, he's such a versatile player. You can kind of maybe play him in too many positions. I feel like he definitely needs to try and put him in one particular position so he can actually learn his craft there, because I think that's probably what was maybe even hurting him a little bit last year, is that we were just putting him on the right wing and then expecting him to go back to the 8 and 10, which he has been playing in the under 21s, but not so much for Arsenal in the first team. And yeah, he was kind of struggling in that position. So but we'll see, man. We'll definitely see, man. We'll definitely see if he can, but hopefully he gets some more minutes like last season. Obviously back onto the Madueke stuff. Chelsea want more than the 50 mil for Arsenal to sign Madueke. So they want more. Bro, there's no way. Honestly, Arsenal, please. There is no way we can spend this amount of money on this guy. Man said more than 50 mil. They believe the current market justifies such a figure given West Ham's valuation of Mohamed Kudus, and Nottingham Forest is having to agree a fee worth £52 million for Anthony Elanga with Newcastle, man. Listen, Chelsea are entitled to put a price to any of their players. If they think they can get it, then do it. But Arsenal cannot give them 50+ million for Madueke. I cannot have it. I cannot have it, man. Man said, Lookman makes more sense than Madueke. He's actually good. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like the Lookman thing, bro. He's literally there. He's obviously played in the Champions League. Obviously, I know Madueke has played in Europe for Chelsea, but Lookman has literally been on the biggest stages, scored in the Europa League final, scored a hat-trick, been consistent in Serie A. Listen, he's played in the Champions League consistently as well. I'm like, bro, just go for him, man. Go for him. What are we doing? What are we actually doing, bro? Like, he's literally there. He's another one that can play on the right and the left as well. Like, he can literally play. And the thing is, he can actually play both positions very good as well. Like, some of the goals you've seen him play for Atlanta is from the left-hand side. Some is it from the right-hand side. He can cut on, obviously, when he's on the left-hand side, he can cut on to his right foot and score. On the right-hand side, he can overlap and still score from that angle. So, yeah, man, that seems to be like the deal that we have to be making. We've obviously inquired about him, but we don't want to pay 60 million for him, potentially 50, 60 million for him, but we want to pay 50 for Madueke. It just doesn't make any sense, man. And I feel like this is what Arteta does, bro. Like, he'll make a couple of good signings, and then it'll just be one that he just can't shake, that he has to get when you think, no one wants this guy. Like, no one's asking you to get this guy. Similar with the Havertz thing, where no one was calling for that to be a thing, and he just pushed it through the line. And yeah, now here we are with Havertz. And it's the same one with this, man. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I reckon we might actually even get him, But there's no way we can pay 50 mil. No way. Surely not. Surely not, man. But we'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll see, guys. But yeah, big up obviously the chat, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Big up OP. He says, I don't like him in the 10 or advanced 8. He's explosive, but like not a controller of the game. As bad as Odegaard was last season, he still brings us some control. Good observation there. I feel like, again, I think he can definitely develop his game, OP, in terms of what he actually does in that kind of 8 and 10 role. I feel like he's got the attributes to really thrive in there. Like I said, spinning on a half turn and his ability with his close control to get past a few players. But I agree. I feel like in terms of his positioning, he didn't really know which kind of spaces and pockets to really pick up in certain kind of games, and he wasn't really receiving the ball and being in the game. Obviously, that comes with experience of playing that position on numerous times, as well as doing it in the first team. But obviously, unfortunately for him, we're in a position where we're trying to win the title. We can't really experiment with certain kind of positions. Whereas on the right, I feel like it's definitely a bit more impressive so far. But I think he can definitely develop into that obviously role. There is questions, and the people are obviously were saying it obviously yesterday. Is there a thing where we obviously sign him to a long-term contract and then loan him out to a Premier League proven team, maybe like a Brighton or even a Crystal Palace or like something like that, where he can get regular minutes? I think that might be pretty good to do that, to be fair. And so he's playing in that 10 role week in, week out in the Premier League and then coming back to us. I feel like, again, we had Jack Wilshere go out to Bolton and that he had like a loan spell there, and that really helped his development there as well because he was playing week in, week out. Him and Sturridge, I think it was at the time. So yeah, I think that might be an idea, man. It might be an idea, but we'll have to wait and see for sure. Big up Godfrey says Chelsea want more than 50 mil. What a joke. Arsenal should just do us all a favor and abandon this deal for good. Big up Godfrey as always, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like I say, the fact that it's like they're trying to save us from ourselves. It's like, bro, you can have him, but it's going to be 55, 60 mil. And also like, well, yeah, okay. And they're like, really? You're going to pay this? It's like, yeah, sure, whatever. It's like, what are we doing? Like, bro, it's madness, man. It's madness. It's absolute crazy. But yeah, we will see what happens with that. Obviously, that's definitely one to keep an eye on for sure. But yeah, obviously on to other news. Obviously, Tomiyasu, how the whole situation with him came about. So he says Arsenal began conversation with Tomiyasu over a potential termination earlier this summer. Eventually, both parties found an agreement. Tomiyasu is currently rehabbing in Tokyo with the Japanese FA and hopes to be fit by October. So again, a bit earlier than that was anticipated. Obviously, the reports were saying that he was going to be injured till January after obviously the knee surgery he had earlier this year. So yeah, that could be a bit earlier, but you never know. Setbacks can happen for sure. But yeah, I feel like again when he went off, because I remember the report saying he's going to be going out of the country to rehabilitate himself. I don't know if Arsenal were very happy about him doing that at the time, because it was kind of like a random thing. Normally, people that rehab who are obviously linked with the club just stay within the club. So maybe when they saw that, they thought, you know what, maybe it's probably best he just does his own kind of rehabilitation away from us and we can try and just get someone else in. But yeah, it goes on to say Arsenal saw a termination as a mutual beneficial agreement, one that would grant Tomiyasu the liberty to pursue his rehabilitation as he saw fit. Again, this lets you what I just said, while freeing up a space in the squad for a new signing who would be ready to contribute on the field straight away. So that kind of makes more sense. And maybe that's probably why we're getting in Mascara in the door to be that kind of replacement, that versatile replacement for Tomiyasu. Obviously, Mascara can play centre-back, right-sided centre-back and left-sided centre-back. He played for Valencia and also had a few games, I think it was 9 or 10, at right-back as well. So there was definitely an issue in terms of obviously not having Tomiyasu available during these periods of time, because we were just really crying out for someone to really be versatile. But again, it looks like we're going to be seeing the best of him potentially if we get that deal over the line. So we'll have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see. Big up Tops. You good, bro? Patiently waiting for Glock 9 Bomber. Bomber, it's true, man. Big up yourself, bro. I'm definitely waiting for that. Hopefully it gets done. Obviously, reports are saying it's going to be the end of this week that they're hoping to get this kind of finalized, which I think it will. These kind of deals, when they drop initially, you kind of get the initial excitement, but we've seen that like with the Verts one and other kind of deals we've seen where the initial kind of, oh, we're going to be signing him. It does normally take a few weeks till it's actually signed, sealed, and delivered. So, but I feel like it's going to be, the agreement's going to be done this week, and then hopefully we can go on and move on and yeah, have him ready for pre-season, which is always positive for sure, man. Big up OP says the problem is Saka is young, and even if Odegaard leaves in the future, Max Darwin is actually better suited there, so Ethan will keep facing problems. Yeah, man, and this is the issue as well, like in terms of, and this is why I feel like for me, we've got to just nail down a position for him so he knows the pathway he can go down. Like you said, if Saka ends up staying on the right-hand side, again, he's always going to be seen as a backup, whereas, again, if he wants to play in that kind of 10 and 8 role, there is definitely some potential for him to be there for sure, especially because, again, I feel like with Odegaard and maybe even if we get Eze, these guys, they're going to be there for the here and now. You got to remember, Ethan's still only 18. Do you know what I mean? So again, a couple of years, he could be 20, 21, 22, and then that's when he's ready to take off. These guys like Odegaard and that will be reaching into their 30s. So there might be a swift kind of transition there. So yeah, I feel like, again, that's probably what they've been discussing with this new contract renewal. Like, what is the pathways for me to go into the season where I'm starting regularly for Arsenal eventually, man. And I feel like you just got to be a little bit patient because, again, you've just broken to the first team. You've been very good, but there's still a long way to go for your career in terms of how you develop as like a player. Obviously, are you going to get better? You'd assume so, and stuff like that. So yeah, and it's one of those things, man. If he's showing that he's obviously getting better and to the point where he's actually challenging these players even at a young age, then he'll definitely should be forcing himself way into the team. We've seen that before with the likes of like a Cesc Fabregas, where they're at a young age, but they're so good, you just have to keep starting them and playing them. So yeah, I do feel that could be a possibility. We got Madueke for 28 million from PSV. I'll take 45 to 50 max. Listen, if you get 45, you would have had a steal, man. Anything over the 20, 30, or anything over the 35, I think you've had a good solid, to be honest with you, considering, you know what, you've only had him for 18 months. It's not someone that, again, he's made a massive impact on your club compared to the other wingers you've had in the last 5 to 10 years. So getting some massive profit over him would be a good bit of business from you guys. And yeah, it would obviously help you in your pursuit of your man there, or what's it called? Kudu. So yeah, but we'll see, man. We'll see. It's definitely one to keep an eye on for sure. Obviously, going on to the likes of Madueke, if also do end up signing, and that might mean we actually have to sell a player on the wing, and it looks like that player could be Leandro Trossard. Another obviously article here saying Arsenal could yet allow Leandro Trossard to move on from the Emirates despite rejecting an offer from Saudi Arabia last summer. Yeah, we did reject a bid. That was after the English window closed, though, and then obviously the Saudi window was still open, so we wouldn't have had any time for a replacement. I remember the bid going in at that time. It's pretty silly because if they probably would have done that bid earlier in the window, we might have sold him, to be honest with you. We might have sold him. I don't know. Because again, I think at the time he was kind of not really responding to contract, obviously negotiations in terms of renewing. So yeah, we probably would have entertained it, but without obviously a window to replace him because the window would have closed, we ended up rejecting it. But yeah, it says they obviously rejected it last summer. Arsenal would consider offloading Leandro Trossard if they receive a bid of around 17 million pounds. I mean, we paid 25 million for him, but obviously he's getting into his 30s now. He's only got a year left on his contract. I think he's got an option for another year, but it's not been executed yet. So yeah, there's a lot of things to obviously look and think about when it comes to Leandro Trossard's kind of not only obviously age-wise, but in terms of his trajectory, he's probably only going to get worse from here on now. Yeah, I think he's been a decent player for us, and he's scored some good goals. But yeah, I think last season he was very inconsistent. Sorry, probably the most inconsistent he's been at Arsenal in the last 2.5 years in terms of his performances. Some games he played really, really well. I remember the Aston Villa game we drew 2-2, but he's really playing really well on that. I think he was playing on the right-hand side that game, man. Right? Or yeah, I think he was playing on the right, I think. But he played really, really well. And there was another couple of games, I think Spurs as well. He played well, scored the winner. There's a period of time where he was playing really, really well, but then there's loads of different other games where he was doing next to nothing, man. He wasn't very good. So, yeah, I think it's probably time to move on from him, but we'll see obviously what happens. He goes, the Belgian is linked with an exit as the doors, he's been linked with the exit door of the Gunners plot their summer move. It goes, Trossard has proved to be a shrewd signing since arriving from Brighton in January 2023. But as Mikel Arteta prepares his side for a fourth tilt at the Premier League title, the versatile frontman may be allowed to seek pastures new. Obviously, it has been reported he's been linked with, obviously, Fenerbahce. The ex-Eagle has operated across the front three for the Gunners, but firmly in the market for a number 9. Alongside, they want to land a wide forward, leading to their interest in the likes of Nico Williams. Obviously, signed a new deal that would boost their squad that's already packed with talent. Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus, Ethan Nwaneri, and Trossard are all vying for starting bursts when fit, and the competition could increase further. The Belgian is now 30 and the eldest of all the options currently at the Emirates. He's also entering his final contract year as well in North London. And Sky Sports in Switzerland report that Arsenal will entertain his exit for the right price, with new club chief Andre Berta now conducting proceedings. So he's the one that's kind of leading the charge in this situation. Big up OP says that if Trossard leaves, he was a great player. Repaid his transfer fee with his performances. Pretty happy we got him over Modric. Yeah, well, if you look at both of their performances for either club, you would say obviously Trossard's definitely been better for us than Chelsea, and then Modric's been better for Chelsea. But yeah, I think again it was one of those ones where it was just kind of a stopgap signing, and I feel like probably last year we probably should have got the winger in, probably kept Trossard for an extra year, and then sold him on this summer. But because Trossard was like a mainstay in the team, you kind of exposed him in terms of like his regression a little bit in terms of being a starting leading player. He was always a great substitute, great impact player. But to be a starting leading player, I don't think he's good enough at this current time. However, if it means that potentially you have to sell Martinelli to get a bigger fee to try and get in a Rodrigo or a Anthony Gordon or whatever, then Trossard on the bench, I still wouldn't mind, to be honest with you, because again, he can still be an impact player, to so to speak. It can still obviously impact the game as well, man. So yeah, it's just one of those ones, man. There's been talk of a contract extension, and initial discussions took place in October with the former Gunners sporting director Edu Gaspar before his deputy Jason Otto took those on, but no agreement has been reached. So yeah, man. Trossard's recently split from his agent, sparking speculation he's preparing for an exit, but the two were not directly linked. The Belgian has now signed with the German-based DH Sports Entertainment Agency, but the Mirror understands Trossard mutually agreed to part company a long-standing representation who is battling health problems. Fair enough. Last summer, Arsenal fended off interest from Saudi Arabia for the versatile forward. I'm gonna butcher that. I'm not even gonna say that. But Al made an initial loan offer with the obligation to buy that would eventually have been worth up to 25 million. But the Gunners made it clear that Trossard was not up for sale at any price. So that's what I was talking about, obviously, them trying to bid for him when the transfer window was done and obviously closed for the English team. So, yeah, it was kind of a strange kind of position that they put Arsenal in, where they would have sold him and got the money, but no replacement up until January, which I don't think would have been great, especially with now knowing how many injuries you had that season. So, yeah, not ideal, man. The stats may have changed now, especially with new faces potentially arriving in North London. Arsenal have recently expressed their interest in Noni Madueke, who could be allowed to leave Chelsea and head across the capital. Bro, if we're replacing Noni Madueke or replacing Trossard with Noni Madueke, man, it's kind of mad. I'll be real. It's kind of mad, man. It's kind of mad. It's mad. Man said, Big Bro has still got Rodrigo's name on his lips, you know. Listen, until it's over, until I know we're not getting him, I'm pushing it, bro. Are you mad? I'm pushing it. There were rumors for Martinelli to Saudi for 73 million. Is that true? I think Fabrizio Romano kind of dismarked the claims, you know, saying that there's no real anything really concrete in those kind of claims. But yeah, bro, if we can get anything close to that for Martinelli, then bro, you got to just try and sell him in it, especially if you're going to try and create something or try and buy someone really that's going to be crucial to the team at hand, man. Because again, when you look at Martinelli in terms of obviously his progression, it's kind of stagnated the last couple of seasons. So bro, if you can get big money for him, then why not? Why not, man? Why not? Obviously, Martinelli is definitely a player that has been linked with Bayern Munich. He has been linked with Saudi as well. But it's one of those ones where I feel like for him to be obviously let go is going to take a decent transfer fee. But considering we only bought him for 6 mil, anything more than that, which I think we would get, would be obviously welcome for sure. Would definitely be welcome for sure, man. But we'll have to wait and see with that, bro. But yeah, in terms of it being confirmed, there's nothing really concrete about the situation, man. To be honest with you, obviously there's some rumors here. I don't know how true this is. Arsenal will look to sign AC Milan forward Rafael Leao if Gabriel Martinelli leaves the club this summer. That would definitely be a swap I'd definitely entertain for sure. But that was obviously in May, so yeah, nothing's really progressed with that kind of rumor. So there has been a few rumors, man. There's been a few rumors about Martinelli leaving, but nothing mad, if I'm being honest, man. Nothing mad. But yeah, man. Big up everyone in the chat as well. Make sure you guys smash the like button in this video and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, it's absolutely madness, man. It's absolutely madness. Good question. What do you see Marina doing since we have an actual striker now and Havertz? Good question, man. I feel like he is going to be used as that kind of left 8 kind of role, which I don't like him there personally. I think he's been stinking there for the majority of the time he's been playing for Arsenal. I think he's had a couple of good games there, but overall, I just don't like him there. I think it's too lethargic, too slow. He doesn't really move very quickly when he's obviously on the pitch in terms of in that midfield position where you got a lot of people pressing you. There's a lot of guys that are very quicky and nippy and stuff like that, can nip the ball off you. And we've seen it even against obviously Liverpool when he was in that midfield role. He got caught in possession and then got sent off in it. Because again, he got caught with his back to goal, and he's not really got the maneuvers to avoid a press like that. Is a bit slow in the turn. So yeah, I don't really like seeing him there. I don't think he adds too much. I feel like again, I would just classify him as a third striker. You know, Jesus is going to be out probably until next year. I'd classify him as the third kind of striker that you want to use. If you want to use Havertz in a more like a 10 role and you want to rest Gyökeres, for example, if we do get him, which he looks like we are, then you could just play Marino up there, and at least you know you got a decent finisher. And he's definitely, I know it's not particularly hard, but I know he's definitely a better finisher than Havertz in front of goal, innit? So yeah, for me, I think up front in terms of utilizing him, I think he's his best work. Just because he's a bit more clinical, and even though again his actual striker play isn't great, it's not really expected to be because he's not a striker. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's how I would utilize him. But I feel like Arteta's going to use him probably in that left 8 role, and be interesting though to see when he uses him if we do get the likes of Eze in the door, because then you've got Eze that plays there, you've got Declan Rice that plays there, and then Marino is kind of like a third choice kind of option kind of thing. Who could be, and I think Zubimendi can play there as well in that left 8 if you want to do like a pivot and change tactics. But we'll see, man. I feel like Arteta definitely needs to change the tactics anyway. I don't think we can see the rigid kind of 4-3-3 that we had last season when we had obviously the Rice in that kind of 8 role with Odegaard. I feel like people found that out and then we got a bit stale. So I'm all open to new ideas, man. If Marino's playing a different kind of role where he's more in like a pivot, I think that might help him a little bit more because he needs a bit of help in terms of evading the press and having options to pass to very quickly. Because when he's surrounded, I feel like he does kind of panic in those situations. So yeah, man, for me, I'd say striker, but I think he's going to be playing in the number 8. Carlos says Marino, Rice, Zubimendi, Norgard as your midfield options. Laughing emoji. Stinky. Obviously, again, there's a lot of 6 foot plus players in there. I think Zubimendi's the shortest one out of there. But bro, man said this screams basketball. Man said, yeah, nah, it does. I can't lie, it does. It's stiff, man. It is stiff. Again, I feel like I don't know how Zubimendi's gonna be in that situation, so we'll see. Bro, this is why I need an Eze, man. I need a bit of spark, I need a bit of sass, I need a bit of stardust, bro, on this thing, because yeah, it is looking stiff, man. It is looking stiff, Naras. It is. I'll be real, it is. I can't cap because I've seen Norgard on the transition as well, and he's not obviously great. So yeah, man, there's a few, they're not quick like that. You need a bit of mixtures, man. Listen, you can have some imposing midfielders, that's fine, innit? Because again, we did the opposite with Wenger. We had too many quick, nippy players, and then we had no kind of strength, so we just get bullied. So at least we're not going to get bullied, but we need a bit of tech with it. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. I said, oh, Jesus, can't we sell him or make him work in the club shop like he got to do something? Bro, it's mad. It's mad. Listen, I don't even know when, obviously, Jesus is going to be back, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's looking long for him. I mean, I'm surprised. I felt like if he wasn't as much money as obviously more than Tomiyasu, I think we probably would have terminated his contract as well, man. Just to obviously get him off the books and just go there. But he's on too much money to do that in one go, and I think he's still got like 2 years left. He joined in 2022, so he had a 5-year deal. So yeah, till 2027. So yeah, you got to try and sell him, man, and get some money back on him for sure. So I reckon potentially we'll probably be seeing maybe in January, maybe like a loan with an option or something. So we'll see, man. Just get him off the wages, man. Man said this midfield is stiff. Bro, man, yeah, it's not moving. It's not moving me like that. I'll be real. Man's gonna need DW40 on this midfield. Oh my lordy lord. Man, it's crazy. We have to change tactics, man. We have to change tactics, bro. We can't be the same rigid up thing, bro. This is why I'm saying, like, we need someone a bit different in there to try and spice it up a bit, because I do think like you're right, it is a bit stiff. I'll be honest, man. But yeah, we'll see how well Zubimendi actually starts though. I'm looking forward to seeing him play, but we'll see. I said PSG's midfield will bop you again with another laughing emoji. Again, it's one of those ones where you have to try and combat that. Obviously, that's one of the main reasons why we lost the Champions League semi-final, because our midfield, yeah, we were getting bopped, bro. We were, especially in that first leg, first half, we literally couldn't get the ball because again, we just had no kind of what's the word? Flexibility. No one on the half turn that can spin or do kind of things. The only person that did it in the game was Lewis Skelly. He was playing at left back. He's the one that spun. I can't remember who he spun. It might have been Fabio Ruiz, and then played the ball into Martinelli, who should have scored. But yeah, you need a bit more of that, man, in the midfield, so you can have that kind of option where you can break down teams in either way, whether it's through brute force and power or a bit of pizzazz. So yeah, man, it's definitely one to look for. But yeah, the midfield options is looking a bit mad at the minute. It's looking a bit mad at the minute. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. I think we're definitely gonna need to try and get someone else in there. And yeah, see what happens, man. Obviously, back onto the Gyökeres news. According to, I think it's the Telegraph he works for. SR Collins, he says all parties involved in the Gyökeres deal are hoping a fee can be agreed by Friday. So yeah, they're obviously that's the standard. They're pushing that it's going to be a move that's going to happen by Friday, which again is obviously good news before preseason. As long as we got him in for preseason, then I'll be happy. I'll be looking forward to the preseason games. And yeah, man, I can see what he can do in Hong Kong. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. But yeah, he was due to obviously go to preseason for Sporting, but again, by Friday, they're hoping to have a deal agreed before then. So I feel like again, they'll probably just plucked Friday out of the air because that's when it's supposed to go back to preseason for Sporting. So it might even be done before then, to be fair. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Obviously, that's Sam C commenting about Arsenal being confident that Ethan Nwaneri is signing a new deal. And again, that's someone that, again, in the midfield, you're probably going to need if you can try and put him in that 8 or 10. That, again, has a bit more kind of star quality in there. So it kind of breaks up that Norgard, Rice, kind of rigid, tall, but like brute force basketball kind of style. You got someone a bit of flair there. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully that can be an issue that we kind of resolve as well, man. Man City's midfield is looking lightweight as well, to be fair. You know what? I did go through their options. You know, if Rodri's not A1, and again, we've seen some kind of obviously snippets of him in the Club World Cup when he's obviously not back to his full fitness because he was out for a year. Makes obviously perfect sense, or nearly a year anyway. What, 8 months, 9 months? Bro, if he's not up to spar, I don't know where they're going to get that kind of tough kind of brute force kind of phase from, because he was doing it all. He was kind of like that guy that can be on the ball as well and create things, but then he's got that sternness about him, that toughness, similar to obviously what they had before with like back in the day with Fernandinho and that. So yeah, I do feel, and I do feel like they kind of need someone, maybe another person. But Gonzalez leaving after 6 months, man, when he hardly even featured. That's crazy considering how much money they paid for him. I think it was 60 mil. They look like they're going to try and get rid of him. So yeah, man, that seems to be the rumors at the minute. So I feel like they potentially could make another signing for sure, man. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Big OP says even if we get Madueke, he won't be as bad as Sterling. When Sterling came, he was talking about being reborn and playing like his leg had bare days. Nah, Sterling was he's an epic fail, man. That signing, man. I think with the Madueke thing, it's just one of those ones where I think even how well he plays or bad he plays, people are just going to resent him for the fact that we know now we're not going to get Eze or Eze and Rodrigo. It's going to be one or the other, man. So from that point alone, it's like we could have got them guys, but we got you, and you're from Chelsea as well, and we overpaid for you too, bro. It's too many things, man. It's too many. I don't think he can survive it. I'll be real. Like I've never seen a fan base so unanimously against one particular signing. Like when you've got people from everywhere, every kind of content creator that's Arsenal. I'm not seeing anyone that wants this guy, really. Like, it's crazy. Even the most positive guy people are like, I don't see how this makes sense. I don't see why we're signing him. So when they're saying that, that's when you know it's like, raw, what have we actually done here? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Big up. It says Cole Palmer's face is plastered all over the New York Times on the big screen whilst Saka is eating some jollof. I love this. Listen, you better win it, bro. You better win it, man. It's no good having it plastered on. But you better win it. Lee Gunner rates man away. Nah, you don't, fam. I think I've seen the clip where he's doing the sarcastic thing. Big up Lee, but yeah, he's doing the positive Gunner kind of flex, man, where he's doing the whole, he's an amazing player. He'll get more goals. He's not rated him for a minute. I'll be real. I think he said, I remember at the start of last season, I can't remember who it was. Someone was gassing up Madueke. I think it might have been Don CFC when he got a hat-trick against Wolves. And Lee Gunner was like, he's not going to get 10 Premier League goals. And this was obviously he got the hat trick in August, and he was like, he's not going to get 10 Premier League goals, bro. Like, and he's already got 3, and obviously he did it in it. So yeah, he's not rating him for a minute. I can't lie. OP says, I believe it wouldn't be a problem if we were signing Madueke from Spain, but because it's from Chelsea, bro, it's a lot of things, man. It's a lot of things, bro. It's the Chelsea thing. It's the amount of money that we're spending on him. It's the fact that we've got other areas to obviously strengthen on. And before we need to get someone that's a potential quote unquote backup to Saka. There's a lot of things, man. there's a lot of things, bro. So yeah, I think it all kind of puts into that kind of bowl where it's like everyone's just against this man. For loads of different reasons as well. It's not just one particular reason. So yeah, it makes kind of sense why they are, to be honest with you. So now we've got 80 mil from this competition. I want the final. If we lose, then we make the bread. Jesus, man. It's crazy. That is mad, 80 million. That is mad. That is mad. That is mad money. I can't even lie. That is mad money. I'm not underestimating these Brazilian dons. Listen, like I said, I don't watch the Brazilian league, so I can't say if they're amazing or rubbish. Like, I'm not going to say. Obviously, you see the name and you're not familiar with it, so you're like, Chelsea should win that. But again, you honestly don't know what actually happens. Obviously, this team's beaten Inter Milan, who got to the final of the Champions League. So yeah, they beat Al Hilal, who beat Manchester City. So yeah, you can't do that, man. Madueke isn't ready for a top 4 club, in my opinion. Should be at Palace. I 100% agree with that, man. 100% agree with that, bro. I think I remember. I can't remember. I remember watching a game with you. I can't remember what game it was when he was. He might have been Nottingham Forest. You played, and you were not happy with his performance, and he got subbed off. And yeah, he didn't play particularly well. But there's been other performances as well where he's just inconsistent. And when I see him, like I said, I think I've seen. It might have been the cup final, the Real Betis one, when you won. In the first half, bro, like, it was so frustrating. Obviously, I didn't want you to win, but it's like just seeing a player that can potentially do something, but then he just doesn't do it, or he makes the wrong decision. You're like, bro, you had an opportunity there to create something. Like, he does the first bit pretty well, where he's beating his first man, but then the decision-making or the actual quality on the end of a cross or something, it's always lacking, man. But yeah, I agree. I feel like a Palace or even Forest, if Forest are losing Elanga, to go to there, I think it would be a better transition. It says Madueke isn't better than... No, he's nowhere near. At least it's top. And Eze is class as well. I don't think he's nowhere near any of those two in particular, if I'm being honest, bro. I also Semenyo either, man. If you look at those kind of like... Again, some of them are a bit different. You look at like Mbuemo or even like a Cunha, who's a bit more of a 10, kind of 9 kind of thing. Well, those kind of players that are attacking forwards in those areas, he's probably the worst one out of all of those that are either moving or obviously Semenyo signed a new deal. So when you look at it like that, it's like, bro... You can't really compare the prices. I can understand from a Chelsea point of view, you want to obviously sell him for 50. You're going to make as much profit as you can, innit? But in terms of Arsenal, like analysing the market, saying these players are going for near enough the same price, Acuna and Mbuemo, probably a 10 million pound more. We can get obviously Eze for what, 15 million pound more. He's nowhere near these guys. Like, respectfully, he's not on their kind of level. Not to say he can't be, but again, he's obviously 24, and I don't think he's good enough for Chelsea, and they've just got into the top 4. So if we're trying to go for a title, how's he good enough for us? He doesn't make any sense, man. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it, man. Better than Elanga? No, I agree as well. It's crazy. Did you see Arteta does everything that what Pep does, just without the trophies, from tactics and starting from the defense and moving forward in the signings? Yeah, man. Yeah, literally, it does. But that's the key thing, though, OP. Like, he needs the trophies. He needs the trophies. I don't know whether he's copying Pep or he's inspired by Pep, but regardless of what actually he's doing, he needs to kind of merge his own style now. He needs to do something that Pep doesn't do that is actually successful. That's when you start to make your own legacy. Obviously, there's no point. And this is why I feel like, again, people still call him the Cone Boy, because he's not, apart from winning the FA Cup. But even with that was with Unai Emery's team. He's not really achieved something that's his original ideas, philosophies, teams. That's major. That makes him a success. Sorry. So until he does that, man, it's looking long, bro. But yeah, he's not been living up to the mantle for a minute now. People keep saying that we got the easier side of the draw. We literally had Inter Milan and Man City on our side. They just got knocked out. Yeah, they did. To be fair, they did. I can't even argue with that. They did. It's their own fault. I don't even know. I can't remember if I even told you this, man. Obviously, I predicted Manchester City to get to the final. I said it was going to be a Man City versus PSG final. I did like a short on it. And obviously, they got knocked out by El Hilal. Bro, I had Channel 5, and this is like Channel 5's official account, trolling me. In one of my shorts, they put something like, it's okay to delete this now with like a load of dots in it. I was like, what the hell? I got big Channel 5 official account trolling my prediction, bro. So yeah, Man City let a lot of people down, didn't it? Do you know what I mean? Got me trolled as well. It's crazy. Arteta is washed. Maresca is better than him. Obviously, don't let Korean head to... Listen, I'm not going to die in Arteta Hill, bro, to be fair. So don't let Korean obviously hear you say that, man, because he'll be on you. Where is Korean, by the way? I think he's crashed out. Hopefully he's okay, because he's crashed out in the last Top Talks transfer show yesterday was madness. So yeah, hopefully he's doing well and he's calmed down a bit. But yeah, big him up every single time if he's watching this back on playback. Big up Darren, my brother. What you telling me, bro? Big up Tops. What you telling me, bro? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Make sure you smash the like button on this video, man. And yeah, just talking all things awesome, man. Are you excited about the obviously news about Gyökeres, Ethan Nwaneri potentially signing a new deal now? So yeah, it's looking all good in that respect. It's just literally this man awakening news that's just bringing it, bam. But he says, OP says, but Pep is one great manager. All his assistants are at top clubs. Yes, they are. But the thing with that is you can look at it two ways. You can say, are they at top clubs because they work with Pep and they've got literally the kind of thing with Pep that's got them through the door? Or is it that Pep's seen a lot of good things in these assistants, which allowed them to get these top clubs? It remains to be seen, man, to be honest with you. It remains to be seen, man. But yeah, well, until you start winning trophies, the major ones, that's when you can obviously be judged as a top manager. I feel like, again, your relationships with all the top managers, whether it's assistant or coaching or managers, only go so far until you actually start winning trophies yourself, in my opinion. Korean was drunk yesterday. He's hanging today. He must be, bro. He must be, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Man said, always good, bro. Good to hear you, that man. Good to hear you, bro. Carlos says, Darren Blood, aren't you ashamed to have that badge as your profile pic? Carlos just trolling as usual. Chelsea fan giving it large in the chat as always. Big up Rich 99 Arsenal. Chanzo, big up chat. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, people. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's been a good show so far. Obviously, Fabrizio Romano going into a bit more detail about the Gyökeres deal. He says all the important people involved in the Gyökeres deal for Arsenal are still in Lisbon. Situation was tense on Sunday night after Arsenal as Sporting wanted 70 million euros guaranteed, but negotiations have again resumed on Monday. Arsenal remain optimistic. Any hour we could get there. Here we go. I think Fabrizio has been very smart there, literally covering himself in terms of, again, I probably said the here we go was going to be very soon, and it's not actually come. So let me just say it's going to be any kind of hour. So that kind of covers me. If it's here today, tomorrow, whatever, I just think it's a case of it just decided when Arsenal and Sporting want to leak it that it's done. And I feel like it's not going to take too long for it to get done. But again, these kind of this kind of news is always like 2 or 3 days behind anyway. We've seen that Arsenal were in Lisbon on Friday. That's when they made the proposal about Gyökeres, and it dropped on Sunday. So yeah, man, it's always a couple of days behind. So even if they've agreed a deal today or yesterday, it's probably not gonna get dropped in the media till Thursday, Friday anyway. So always the case, man. But we'll see. Gyökeres has again sent personal messages to the Sporting president asking him to let him go to Arsenal. So guy, he really wants to come, man. But I gotta respect it, bro. This guy really wants to come to Arsenal, man. I have to respect it every single time for sure. Every single time for sure, man. I said I have shame. I have my shame days. Carlos with a laughing emoji. Big up Darren, man, every single time. Chelsea fans talking about Arsenal and moving like Benzema on all young players. Big up Carlos. Let's go, bro. Let's go, AP. Big up Rich. I want us present a loan offer for Rodrigo. Oh yeah, I did see that was there somewhere as well. I want us to present a good loan offer for Rodrigo. Definitely get Gyökeres over the line by the end of the week and get Eze for this to far too long. This attack has been left. Sorry. Yeah, I know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Listen, we need to make sure we get that all sorted, man. We need to make sure we get it all sorted. Big up yourself, Rich. But I completely agree, man. I think the loan proposition might be a case of, again, trying to get Rodrigo wanting to leave the club, but maybe we can try and get in. Maybe because obviously with Real Madrid, we did have that loan with Odegaard where it was kind of like a loan. It was supposed to be a dry loan, but then it ended up us going back in for him the season after and getting him for what, £28 million. So yeah, this could be maybe something again, but I feel like Real Madrid would want the money straight away. I don't know. Maybe it would have to be a loan with an obligation for next season or something. To obviously try and get him and Eze in the same window without a major sell. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see, bro. But yeah, it wouldn't be a bad suggestion to be fair. Whether he's willing to come to us is another obviously situation as well. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I said loan though, Rich. Listen, it's trying to be creative because of the price and the fact that we're trying to sign other players. So I can understand the sentiment, but I just don't think they'd be willing to accept that, especially with all the teams willing to probably pay for Rodrigo up front this summer. So, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Seeing when the Laps outscores that Brighton flop Gyökeres. I love it. Let's go. Let's go. Seems when Liam Delap is benched for Jackson next season. Yeah. I said, Rodrigo alone, what kind of curry goat you eating, blood? Listen, I like the creativity, man. He's obviously thinking about, like I said, when we loaned that Odegaard back in the day and then got him on got him on a permanent deal the season after from Real Madrid. So I can see what he's trying to do. I don't think you probably would be able to pull this off, considering, again, there's Man City, PSG in for him as well. So they would definitely be willing to pay the money up front. And obviously Real Madrid would rather have the money right now so they can reinvest into the team. But I can understand the sentiment for sure, bro. I think Gyökeres scores 20 goals this season, bangs next season. Listen, bro, if you can get, like I said, if he's getting 50 in the Portuguese league, if you half that, that's 25. If you can get 20 league goals, man, bro, we're onto it. Because you think about it, when the likes of Aubameyang's won the Golden Boot, Vardy won the Golden Boot, they will get like 22, 23. It's only really at Haaland, Salah, and Kane that get those kind of late 20 kind of numbers in the last 10 years, I'd say. Obviously, Haaland got 36. So obviously, Salah's got 32 before, and obviously got 29 just this season gone. So they're kind of the three guys that do. But anyone else that can get 20 plus, Isak's been getting your 20, 25, probably at 20 to 22, 23 league goals for the last, 2 seasons now? 2-3 seasons. So, yeah, man, and he's touted for, look how much money he's touted for. So, yeah, I think getting 20 league goals would definitely be, because it's not an easy thing to do for sure. But, yeah, man. Yes, it probably will be the best way we can get him because, Arte will get Madueke, who we do not want, so he will waste the money on Madueke. Very true. Very, very true. Very true. Yeah, that's crazy, though, man. Getting Madueke, just in general, is just madness to me. But, yeah, I completely agree with you, man. That's probably what Arsenal would do for sure. OP says, Arsenal loan offer, we put the club up as collateral. A loan for Rodrigo is funny. Bro, if I see that in any kind of news that we've offered to loan or we've offered a loan deal with an option or something, I'll crease, man, because that'll be so hilarious. That's kind of like an Edu thing, man. It's crazy, man. Arsenal are side. I love this, bro. This is how I know, bro. This is how I know. We got a good one, blood. Yeah? Arsenal side of the championship striker. I love it. More. I love it, man. I love it. Seeing as we're getting Gyökeres, it kind of shows Burr is firm in control. So we might get some more sensible transfers. You're hoping so, Darren. And this is what I'm saying, man. This is the striker we never would have pivoted to if Edu was in charge. This is why I'm glad he had to go. Because again, this whole buddy with Arteta just agreeing with every kind of signings he wants to make is dead. Like, you need some kind of versatility. I'm not saying Arteta can't get everyone he wants, but bro, like, you got to make sure that other people are having some influence in the signings you're making. So it's just not a certain one man. Because again, if you're just going off one person and what he wants, and obviously, again, we've not been successful enough because we've not won any trophies, it's time to pivot and try and get some advice from other players and see if you can improve some players that are suggested to you as well, instead of you just suggesting you players that are not in great form or are not at a certain level that you want to turn them around for whatever reason. So, yeah, man. But, yeah, I agree, bro. Hopefully we can make some signings as well. Big up Colin, my bro. Big up Tops in the chat, loving the salt from the rivals, inject it into my veins. More, Colin, man. I need it more. I need more of it. I need more of it, bro. I hope so. I have enough of the stubborn smoke. Oh, wow. He needs putting in his place. Fingers crossed, bro. We can have, again, some more good signings, man, as well, bro. But, yeah, big yourself up, Rich. I'm on to you, Colin, with a laughing emoji. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Arsenal fans. Yeah, that's nasty, man. That's nasty. Loan with an option, Loan with an option, bro. Big up Rich, man. It says Chanzo absolutely with Isak, and that guy is always injured and still gets 20 to 22 league goals. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, bro. He still churns out numbers, man. Like, again, and it's like I said, he always has a period where he's injured for maybe 5 to 10 games during the season too. So yeah, if you can get someone that's clinical, and I feel like, again, that benchmark of getting 20 plus, this is why I've been so impressed with Mbeumo getting 20 for Brentford, because it's not easy to do, man. It's not an easy achievement to do, especially for a team that's not obviously prolific in terms of finishing high in the table. So you can get 20 Premier League goals, even Whistler as well, 19 league goals. That's nothing to be sniffed at, man. They're very good numbers, bro. A long time an Arsenal players had that kind of numbers. I can't remember when a Chelsea player had them kind of numbers in the league, obviously Cole Palmer, but I'm talking about like an actual striker. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. So yeah, definitely good numbers for sure. I said, big up. I said, OP says, Carlos is a shame. We have Gyökeres and they have Delap, who just likes to get physical with man. Says OP. Our strikers will be Delap, Pedro, Jackson. They're better. They better run me 10 goals each. Yeah, listen, I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure with the. You know what it is? Because I feel like I don't know how you guys are gonna obviously manage the minutes. Is Jackson gonna be playing up front for definite now, and obviously onto the wing? Are you gonna have the Lap as your starting striker? Is it gonna be a rotation thing where Jackson and Pedro are playing obviously on the wings with the Lap? I don't know. So it depends how much game time they equally all get. I don't know if it's gonna be equal. And there's also you're gonna have a lot of Champions League games now. Obviously, you got 8. So do you have 2 different? You can't really do the 2 different teams things really like you did in the conference because you basically have to just play your best team in both, innit? So yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. Who's going to actually be your starting striker? I'm not too sure, if I'm being honest, man. You'd say it's going to be the Lap based off obviously the Club World Cup, but then Jackson got himself sent off, so you don't know. But yeah, Pedro is another one to obviously keep a hold of. So yeah, we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. Gyökeres should get 20 if Wissa. Yeah, this is what I'm expecting, bro. And this is the kind of difference between Gyökeres and Sesko. With Sesko, I couldn't tell you. I can't with my chest say he's going to get 20 because he's never got 20 in his career in any league, I don't think. Well, definitely not in obviously the Bundesliga. So it's like I kind of see him coming to the Premier League and getting 20. Highly unlikely, especially in his first season. Not to say you can't achieve that with a couple of seasons, but again, we've just not got any time to wait. But I 100% agree, man. With Wissa and Watkins as well is another one. Like you said, I think he got 19, not this season, John, the season before. If these guys could get 19, 20, and Buemo as well, I mean, even Cunha got 15. I've seen Strand Larson got 14. Do you know what I mean? I didn't even know that, man. So, yeah, bro, these strikers, man, even for the lower teams, I know you can say, well, most of their chances go to those kind of players, so they obviously put them away, and I understand that to an extent. But at the same time, you have to have the quality to score that many goals in a league season. So, yeah, I think, again, for the chances we create as well, there's no excuse. If Marino can get 10 and he played... He's not a striker. He played up front because he needed to. Bro, someone who's actually a striker actually knows where the goal is. If he create the chances, I just can't see how he doesn't score. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like we don't create enough chances for players. Havertz gets plenty. Jesus got plenty. Do you know what I'm saying? So they just weren't finishers. So yeah, it'll be rotational. We'll see tonight as the Lap is suspended. Okay, so the Lap is obviously not going to be starting 100%. But yeah, we'll see how you guys fit in. Again, I feel like your fixture list is pretty kind compared to the rest of ours in the starting 4 or 5 games anyway. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see if you guys make a good start and how you go on from there, to be honest with you. But yeah, obviously, this is obviously Zubimendi saying goodbye to his former teammates and saying goodbye to Real Sociedad. Obviously, more news as well. The Arsenal and Brentford exchange of documents last week for Christian Norgard is all done. Second part of the medical also completed. Contract signed, official statement to follow next. 10 mil addition completed after Kepa and Martin Zubimendi, waiting for Gyökeres as well. So yeah, a few players in there. Obviously, we've already confirmed Kepa as well is one that we've confirmed from Chelsea, of course. And then Zubimendi got confirmed on Sunday. So a few different players there already confirmed on the Arsenal website. Norgard's going to be the third one, sorry. And yeah, 10 mil plus £2 million add-ons. Again, not the player that I was looking for before the start of the window, but again, with the whole situation that's obviously happened, they've tried to move in quickly. Do you know what I mean? They tried to move in quickly with the whole situation, which I can understand, to be honest with you. And they've replaced him. Not my preferred choice, but again, it's one of those ones where you kind of just hope he does pretty well. I'm not sure how much he's going to play, depending on who else we get in those kind of forward areas. Maybe we can obviously drop in Ethan Nwaneri in the 8, or if we get Eze, he might be playing in there as well. So we shall see, man. We shall see. Obviously, this is about Chelsea floating around the idea of involving Max Dowman in the deal for Madueke, which is something Arsenal didn't hesitate to turn down. The 15-year-old is considered to be a crown jewel of Arsenal, and fortunately, the player is just as committed as the club. On X, the Hell End Prodigy's father, Robert Dowman, rubbished the rumor that his son could leave for Chelsea or any other club. Arsenal are a club. We know that. Dowman's father responded to a dedicated Arsenal fans rubbishing of the transfer link. The team is committed to Arsenal as are his family, and there's no need for fans to worry. So obviously he's going to be part of the pre-season tour. 15 years old. I'm not sure when he turned 16. I can't remember. But yeah, going to be part of the tour, man. I've obviously seen the highlights of him. He does look pretty good, to be fair. He was skinning up players in the under 21s who are like 20 and plus. So yeah, we'll see what he does, man. But a lot of pressure on him already being that young. So we'll have to wait and see. Give him a bit of time and see how he obviously gets on for sure. Man said Rice could have, Rice also could have had Rice, Caicedo, and Lavia. Yeah, we could have, bro. We actually could have as well because we bid it for Caicedo and we didn't want to lose relations. It's funny, we didn't want to lose relations for Brighton, and then we've not bought a player for Brighton since. So we might as well should have just ruined relations for them because we've not gone there again anyway. And then obviously the Latvia one, we couldn't get out, you know who, to bow out to Saudi at the time. We couldn't get the money for him that we wanted. And yeah, because I remember Fabrizio was saying that we were bidding for Lavia, and that was the play that we wanted in that midfield, man. So yeah, but yeah, we've not got him, man. We've not got him. Big up the doctor, man. Big up the doctor. It says bless up tops and the chat. Personally, I don't want Rodrigo. Okay, give me Robinho at Manchester City 2.0. Oh, right, okay. This is a different kind of opinion. I like this. Bit different. It gives me Robinho at Manchester City 2.0 memories. Though if we signed him, that would be a statement signing. Need to get over the line and win that trophy. Big up the doctor, man. As always, man. Big up you in the chat. Appreciate the support. And yeah, you know what? That's a different take, man. Again, I feel like, who would your left winger option be then? If you don't want him, who's your kind of starting kind of left winger? That would be the question I'd ask you. That who you would want for Arsenal to buy and start. Because again, we all kind of agree that we need to freshen up that front line. We need a new striker, Saka, and a new left winger. So who would you want instead of Rodrigo if you don't want him? In terms of the Rodrigo news, I feel like, again, it for me would be a massive statement in terms of having someone else that you can rely on apart from Saka to create something out of nothing, especially on that left-hand side. And it might free up Saka in terms of having more players, Mark Rodrigo and the other striker, rather than everyone on Saka's side, because they know Martinelli's not going to do something, even if he's 1v1 or even if he's in space on his own. And Havertz, again, drops into midfield, isn't really a danger in behind. So, yeah, I think that could definitely change the dynamics of how we play if we get a certified left winger as well as a good striker as well. Man said instead, they're running with a reincarnated Glenn Whelan is nasty and Charlie Adam. Charlie Adam was a baller for Blackpool, bro. He did his thing. Well, Glenn, bro, you don't really get this kind of ballers anymore, man. You know, the Glenn Whelans, bro. You know, who's the other one? Lee Catmull, bro. Them guys there. Them Barclays guys, bro. Barclays football. If you know, you know. Barclays Premier League footballers, man. Big up BBK Sports, Views Raid incoming. Big up Views as always, man. Big up yourself. Big up BBK as always, brother. Appreciate you being in the building, man. Big up everyone tuned in. Make sure you guys smash the like button on this video, man. Big up everyone in the building. Appreciate the support from Views and everyone else as well that's already watching, man. Just going through some of the Arsenal news, but big up yourself, BBK. Tots with a fresh shave. LOL. Bro, I know, man. Man's feeling 20 years younger, bro. You know, them ones there. But yeah, I thought I'd do a fresh shave for the new season and that. Yeah, man's calling me a Timu Lewis Skelly, which made me chuckle, to be fair. But yeah, man, big up yourself anyway, BBK. Hope you're good. Hope you're well, my bro. But yeah, obviously the Gyökeres news has got me clean shaven and that. Crazy. Well, speaking of that, obviously he's saying that they want to close out the deal towards the end of the week. Obviously, we've been through that already. Well, yeah, a lot of different publications are reporting that as well. But yeah, man, obviously another thing going into that was Arsenal team left Lisbon on Monday. So again, bit of conflicting reports. Fabrizio saying that they're still there. This report saying that they've left. So yeah, we don't really know who to believe. And are preparing a last-ditch attempt to agree a deal for Gyökeres with Sporting. Also do not want the deal to drag on any longer. They want to close it quickly. 5 million euros separate what Arsenal offer and what Sporting want. Sporting believes everything will be closed by Friday. So yeah, that's kind of what a few of the people have said. Big up everyone in the building. Views Raid, big up yourself, Gavin L. Big up Latvian Guna, Views Raid, big up everyone tuning in, man. Big up. Man said Tops is a walking, talking Malteser. Man thinks his expressions, man. Big up, it's me. Big up, bro. Views Raid, big up yourself, big up Views. Uncle Views sends the raid. Big up. Boy, as always, man. Hype up, big yourself up. Dial up, raid. Let's go, people. Views Raid, big up Tops, big up yourself, my bro. DG2, what's going on, people? Big up Gavin L as well. Big up yourself as well. Appreciate you guys in the building, man. Boomer on the sport raid. Let's go, people. 3GP raid. Come on. Gunners for life. A2. Big up Views as always, man. My brother in the building. Go subscribe to Views if you've not already. Come on, my guy, man. Big up Views representing the viewers. I see you with the emoji eyes. Love that from you, Views, man. And big up yourself for the raid, man. Really appreciate it as always, my brother. Big up everyone in the building, man. Views raid, man. It's going mad, man. Give big up Gavin as well. But for LOL, views for LOL. Nah, I hear it. Gotta be famous for something, broski. Mad ting. Big up Doctor. He goes for the left winger. In my opinion, we should have got Kvaratskhelia. We effed up big time again. That's kind of the money that, in terms of you look at what Chelsea are trying to obviously ask for us, over £50 million. They got Kvaratskhelia for what, 60, and look at the impact he's making as well, man. It's crazy. I think Martinelli still has something, but under a different manager tactics. Nusa Fafana from Leon, bro. There's a few there, man. There's a few there. You know what it is? I feel like again, if you've got a different kind of style manager as well that can potentially get the best out of these kind of players, then potentially you could get a top left winger out of the said players that you said there, or even like a Martinelli. So I get what you're saying. I get the kind of angle you're coming from. I just feel like for me personally, I just want that kind of big name from a big club to maybe make a statement that we're serious and want to win things from now on. That's kind of my kind of perspective on it. But I appreciate what you're saying, bro. Really do, man. Big up, it's me. Only view settings, man. Big up the people, them in the building, man. I appreciate you, man. As always, man. Spot the boy with the flames. Hit the likes and subscribe, people. Hit the likes and subscribe, people. No, bro, you guys know what to do, man, already. Big up everyone in the building. LOL, guess so, bro. Man said LOL. Big up Latvian. Man said pigeon connection raid. Korean pigeon connection raid. That's made me laugh, man. It's crazy. I remember vividly that we missed out on the Eden Hazard for by 3 mil. Mario Götze by 5. We still in that blog era. We used to be a trip back into the day. We got Javinho instead, so I hope that 5 million happens. For sure, bro. Listen, we can't be messing about with these kind of deals. We've got the money. We know we got the money. We need the striker. For me, you got to just pay the money now. Give them what they want. I still think it's a relatively cheap deal considering we've paid 65 for Havertz in the past. We're getting quoted for 50 plus for Madueke, and we're probably potentially getting this guy for £60 million. And he's a striker. He's someone that's prolific. He's someone that's going to come in and make an impact straight away, or that's kind of the objective of him coming in. So, bro, 60 mil for an informed striker in Europe, one of the informed strikers in Europe, no matter what league you're in, bro, I think you're having a decent bit of money there. So hopefully they get that sorted over line this week, bro, and we can look forward to having a new number 9. Because my brother, jump on with me tomorrow if you can. Thought we were friends. LOL, says Latvian Guna in the building. We are DJ. Dial up. Let's go, my master DJ. Rewind. Them ones there. It's crazy, man. I feel that connection, man. Big up Hyper, man. Really appreciate you guys in the building. Tops, I feel that too. I love another. This is what I'm saying, bro. Another Alexis signing, bro. Massive name from a massive club. Haven't seen that same hunger fight in Rodrigo as Alexis, true. But maybe he's waiting for that moment. 100%, man. I feel like they are different players and in different eras as well. But again, I feel like that feeling you get when you sign from a big team, I think it's unmatched, man. And if you can try and achieve that, especially in this period of time where we have got a good defense, we have got some good players in our team already. Back then when we had Alexis, we had some okay players here and there, but it's never a team where you think, okay, we're only like a couple of players away and a proper manager away from being serious. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like this would be like a different kind of element he's dropping himself into. But yeah, man, for me, bro, I think, again, it's more about the statement, man. Even with that, this Gyökeres thing, it feels like to me, it's more about the statement rather than even the player. Even though the player we're hoping is going to be good and great, the statement of getting someone that's actually prolific and that thing of we need to win now, that mentality that can go throughout the team. The players that are already there, when they're seeing Gyökeres come in and knowing how he's obviously got a good goal scoring record and he's here to score goals, it's like, we're not waiting on a Sesko to come good in 2-3 years. We want to win now. So I feel like that's a massive thing in terms of mentality for sure, man. I think we can make that happen, bro. Only got a meeting at 3:30 your time. I was just talking about them linking up. Big up yourself. Big up everyone in the building. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video, man, and subscribe to the channel. If you've not subscribed already, T Chanzo Sports, the home of sports, all of that good stuff, man. Obviously talking about Sporting refusing to lower the bar in terms of the deal. They only want 70 million euros plus 70 million, plus 10 million add-ons with 4 goals. Well, yeah, that should get sorted, man. That definitely should get sorted for sure. I'm thinking that it should get sorted pretty soon. Obviously, that's the Madueke news by the Athletic. Chelsea want in excessive of £50 million. The club believe the current market justifies it, such as the figures given for West Ham of Kudus and obviously Forest going in for Anthony Elanga, £52 million, man. So yeah, man, for me, we shouldn't be paying anywhere near that, man. The fact they want more than 50 is crazy to me. That's David Ornstein obviously confirming the completion of the Christian Norgard deal from Brentford. 10 million plus 2 million in bonuses, medical, personal terms are done. Announcement this week. So yeah, that probably should be dropping maybe tomorrow or Thursday. So we'll have to obviously have a look out for that as well. But yeah, another obviously news dropped in the Athletic as well. Arsenal have held preliminary talks with Rodrigo. Some other clubs in the Premier League are also keeping an eye on the player as well. So yeah, man, a lot of stuff, man. The deal now. Big up, gone down as always, bro. Hope you're well, my guy. Big up yourself, Carl. Hope you're good, my brother. And hope you're doing well, man. The thing about the Chelsea wanting 50 mil is that they don't care about it being, yeah, bro, they don't care. Literally, just take it however you want it, man. But that's the kind of attitude they've got. But for me, under no circumstances should be buying Madueke. Never mind buying him for that amount of money. That is absolutely scandalous. The amount of money we're buying him for. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. But yeah, this is the one we should be obviously accelerating. The Club World Cup finally finishes on Sunday, so then there'll be no more excuses. I'm going to hear he's going on holiday for another 2 weeks. He's not going to get sorted till August. But yeah, the sooner we can kind of get this nipped in the bud, whether he wants to come or we're willing to buy him or not, the better. Because then you can try and move on to all the targets. Because again, you don't want to be in a position where we have been with the likes of Nico Williams, where we're praying for one kind of player. People thought that we could potentially get Nico Williams last year, up until the last day, where we're going to obviously activate the release clause, and then he ended up signing a new deal. So hopefully we're not in that position, obviously next or this season. So yeah, we shall see, man. Obviously the news about Ethan Nwaneri, good news as well, man. I'm also optimistic that an agreement will be reached for Nwaneri's extension. This is the news I wanted to hear. Obviously, a bit of noise coming out of Chelsea that they want to include him in a deal between him, us, and Madueke. But again, that's kind of been nullified. He's only got 1 year left as well. So yeah, we need to get this done, wrapped up ASAP. Rocky, as soon as possible, man. We need to get that wrapped up for sure. But yeah, man, Ornstein was saying last night there was no talks between Arsenal and Chelsea for Madueke. Yet Fabrizio is saying the complete opposite. Question, who do you believe? Big up Colin, as always, bro. I feel like it is, man. It's just one of those things where I feel like some people are reporting maybe a bit too prematurely. Other people are promoting, are reporting what they actually know. And the thing with the Ornstein thing, I don't know how you guys feel, if you guys have clocked it. I feel like he's not getting as many exclusives as he was before. I feel like he's still confirming the deals when they are in an advanced stage. But it feels like to me that a lot of people are getting to the deals ahead of him. You look at the Mascara one, that was Hans of Ozil. Even the Norgard one, that was like a Danish paper. I remember that was being reported. And before, obviously, Ornstein dropped that new kind of news. The Kepa one was like a Spanish paper that dropped it the day before. So yeah, man, and Fabrizio jumped on that as well. So I feel like Ornstein potentially might have lost some of his links now that Edu and Jason Otto and these guys have kind of gone. I'm not too sure, man. But again, it doesn't feel like we're getting those kind of exclusives. I remember obviously last year that, the couple of seasons before, we got that Timber one, which I hadn't seen anywhere, and he just dropped that out of nowhere. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. But yeah, I don't know who to believe. You have to just obviously wait and see for that one for sure. Maddy Shaky is crazy, man. Gunner for life. Big up yourself as always, brother. Big up yourself, Gunner. Gone down, sorry, UK. Big up Carl. Says it's all PR. I hope it's a smokescreen just to get Rodrigo, bro. I hope you're right as well, bro. Because again, it just doesn't make logical sense. And like I said, when you've got top gunners that are positive about everything, people that just praise everything the club does, when they're saying this doesn't make sense, that's how you know it doesn't make sense, bro. Because everyone is in agreement that this deal, in terms of financially, in terms of logistically, in terms of where he's going to play, in terms of the quality of the player, in terms of where we're buying him from, no one agrees about this deal at all. So yeah, you're hoping it is a smokescreen and it's just a load of noise for us to try and get Rodrigo over the line. That would be amazing, but we shall see, man. Fingers crossed it is, though, brother. Fingers crossed it is. Janzo brought it into the Rodrigo dream. Best of luck. Could never be me, bro. Listen, I'm big up months, yeah. I'm ready to be hurt again. I know that one's down, bro. I'm ready to be hurt again, bro. Yeah, if there's a chance, if there's 1% we can do it, then I'll do it, man. UK, big up, obviously everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on this video. Put £1 billion release clause on Nwaneri's contract. Do what you can to keep him at the club, bro. Hopefully he can get some more minutes. Hopefully he can play in the position he wants to play in. Apparently he doesn't want to play in that 10 kind of 8 kind of role. And hopefully we do it, man. Again, he was fantastic last season. breakout season. No people going on about NEWCASTLE, who was absolutely amazing as well. But I was very impressed with Nwaneri, his actual influence on games and how he can change games with literally, whether it's a long shot or someone putting a good ball into the box like he did for Marino for the Leicester game. Bro, he's a quality player, man. And hopefully he can only get better. So fingers crossed he gets more game time next season, man. And we see some more of him for sure. Big up DR, says obviously Carl. Big yourself up, brother. OP, we can't trust anything in today's window. We were signing Sesko since January, and all of a sudden Gyökeres is finalized. So anything can happen. Very, very true, man. And even this Nwaneri deal from the last probably, week and a half, 2 weeks, it's kind of come out of nowhere. We weren't really kind of linked with him before this last probably 2 weeks. So, and when I heard him obviously being linked with him, again, that natural thing of, you know what, we're not going to be obviously signing Nwaneri. It doesn't make any sense. But then you start seeing the rumors and start seeing the journalists reporting and making it out that it could be actually happening. And that's when you're like, oh my days, this could be happening. So listen, we could be linked on signing a player that we're not even linked with yet. Because again, you do kind of forget, because obviously Arsenal are in that kind of position where we need to try and make some signings earlier on to make them go to pre-season. You're thinking, oh man, we got not a lot of time in the window. But again, it is actually still early July and the window ends in September. So there's still way more than a month, nearly even 2 months really, for deals to really materialize and formalize. So yeah, there's still a bit of time, but for obviously Arsenal's sake and everyone involved with Arsenal, we want those kind of deals kind of already sorted and done before the start of the season. If we're being honest, man, I said, Sports, I got you. Big up Korean is back, bro. How was the crash out, man? Hopefully you're all right after yesterday, because you were moving crazy, man. But hopefully you've calmed down and hopefully you're well. Look at this man getting a fresh shave after hearing Arsenal making moves in the transfer market. I hear it, bro. Listen, after that Gyökeres news, I thought, you know what? Let me make a bit of an effort. You know what I'm saying? Big up yourself, Korean, every single time, bro. Bayern should be able to do a mad thing and sign Rodrigo. They definitely could be in for him for sure. Man said he'd be ready to be hurt again. That's crazy. Also a toxic relationship, brother. I'm ready to be hurt again. I am. It is a toxic relationship, bro. It is. But listen, you know what? It's one of those relationships you just can't get out of, man. I'm stuck with them forever. You know what I'm saying? So big up yourself, man. It's crazy. Hopefully we can get the job over the line and get it done for sure. Chanzo is just Rodrigo in disguise. That's why he's so confident in Rodrigo. You heard it from the man himself. Listen, if I was Rodrigo in disguise, I'll be signing on the dotted line already, my bro. And it will be all done, all sorted, my guy. All sorted for sure. But yeah, man. Big up Doctor. He said, facts. If smoke screens are the way Berta rolls in the market, then brilliant. Yeah, 100%. We need this mafia Maybach music approach behind the scenes. Drop the bag, secure the player. Pop bottles on there. Woo-wee! I love that. Yeah. You get me? Gas doctor, fam. I can't lie. But now, hopefully it is, bro. Hopefully it is kind of a smoke screen where we're just kind of putting out feeders for these players that we don't actually want, and we get the players that we really need. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I can hope for, to be honest with you, bro. But yeah, man, fingers crossed it is. And I feel like every Arsenal fans will be happy with the window if we get Rodrigo, if we get Gyökeres, if we get like, bro, the attack is completely different to what we've seen in the last 2-3 years. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it'll be crazy, man. It'll be crazy. Big up Korean says, I heard Musiala is injured. Is it long-term injury? Does anyone know? Yes, he broke his fibula, broke his leg. He looks like he's going to be, I mean, they're saying at least 4 to 5 months. Well, normally, I think it's going to be longer than that. It might be even 6 or 7, to be fair, depending on obviously how he recovers. So wishing, obviously, him a speedy recovery. And it's a massive shame because he's a fantastic player as well. And it just goes to show maybe the Club World Cup is not the best idea, got injured there. But again, he could have got injured anywhere. But hopefully he can make a swift recovery and come back stronger for sure. Musiala got a leg break, huge leg break, looks crazy on film. Yeah, it did look a nasty one, boy, to be fair. OP says, Chanzo to Arsenal. Here we go. Left bench signed till 30-40. Bro, if I lived to that long, I would have done a solid, to be fair. But big yourself up as always, man. Just talking about the Nwaneri deal. Obviously, another article as well from The Athletic saying, much may depend on what Arsenal have left in the budget after a deal for Gyökeres is struck. It remains to be seen if signings such as Rodrigo or Eze may be dependent on potential outgoing. So, yeah, this is another interesting one as well in terms of, do you guys think there's a potential that these outgoings might not happen, or sorry, these incomings might not happen if we don't sell the likes of Trossard, Martinelli, Fabio Vieira, who else is there? Zinchenko's another one that could be sold, Reece Nelson. So there's a lot of players that we potentially need to sell. And I don't know if we're going to sell them all in time before the season starts or even in the actual summer market, because I've had no kind of interest or reports on anyone wanting Fabio Vieira. Zinchenko, there's been Fulham, but they're saying about £10 million. I've seen Reece Nelson was Fulham as well. But again, I think he's still injured. So yeah, there's a lot of obviously talk about that, but we'll have to wait and see for sure. Big up Korean says, being browsing social media and saw Anana smiling against And that caption being, "We will be fine for his place." Top comment was he's threatening to stay. I'm so tired, bro. It's dark at United, man. It's peak for you guys. I can't even lie. Still no news about you signing someone, man. It's absolutely crazy. Onana wants to relegate Man United, and as well, Højlund doesn't want to leave either. So there's a lot of questions about Manchester United and how they're going to be operating in the coming season, man. So we have to wait and see. Obviously, more reports about Lookman there. Lookman is apparently has been discussed as a potential option on the left wing situation, but also so far are unwilling to match Atlanta's valuation, man. Again, this is someone much better than Madueke, man. If you're going to get someone that's not a Rodrigo, get someone like him. He's got, obviously, European experience. He's played very well in Serie A. He can play on both flanks as well. He can score goals. So, yeah, man, there's so many other options that you can obviously do in terms of buying a proper player for sure. But yeah, man. Do you think Mascara is just to prepare us for Saliba leaving in season 2? Very good question, OP. I feel like potentially that could be the case. I don't know if he's actually ready or at that level. But again, I'm not seeing him play. But potentially you're getting him in someone that can maybe kind of learn from Saliba or Gabriel. And if needs be, if it's a case where Saliba doesn't want to sign anymore and does want to go to Real Madrid, which I think he will go to Real Madrid at some stage of his career, maybe in a few years' time. That is probably maybe the option they're probably looking at, to be honest, bro. And he can play right back, so he's very, very versatile. But yeah, needed that Man United, bro. Colin, we all needed it, man. The fact that they've cancelled it, that goes to show it was going to be an absolute S show, bro. The fact that again you got all the kind of the staff layoffs, the rat infestation, bro. The season they had where they're losing all these games, brother. It would have been epic, man. It would have been the best one they've ever done for sure. How old is Lookman? I think he's like 26, 27, bro. Somewhere around the line of lines. It's the perfect age to come in and have an impact straight away, man. So yeah, man, it's just it's a bit of a weird one how we're not even trying to even entertain it for sure. My manager going to be doing 20 interviews during the course of the week in the season. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. If they did the documentary, bro, he would have been stressed, fam. I'm telling you, bro. He would have been stressed. The whole thing. There would have been no kind of let up, bro. Even the games you won to get to the Europa League final, if they would have done it for that particular season. But I guess it would have been the season upcoming. But yeah, even this season, if it's this season coming, bro, it would have been stressed, man, for sure. Sources on the German side of the deal indicate that Sesko, there was still room for negotiations over a fee and salary, but clearly not enough to convince Arsenal, who deemed to be advancing with Gyökeres, man. So yeah, hopefully that puts that kind of deal to bed for sure. And we're going to get Gyökeres indeed. You know, this trade transfer window was different since we haven't got linked to a left back yet. I know the only one I've seen us get linked to, bro, was Hato as well. But yeah, we've not really capitalized on that either. So yeah, man, that's one of the ones where you've got to obviously pay attention to as well. And obviously keep an eye on as well. So yeah, definitely going to be a sticky one, a tricky one for sure, man. Well, yeah, big up everyone tuning into the comments, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel. What's going on, people? What is going on, man? If you've not already, I would have injured the documentary. Enjoyed, I think you meant to say. So this is a fan base that actually wakes up. The same people saying Glazers out will still buy a season ticket and go to the megastore. Actual sheeps. Yeah, that could have been a big thing for you guys to actually get some players or some momentum on board to try and get them out if you can. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, man. You know, left back is incoming, bro. It will be, man. Did you say LB your link to is called Hater? Now, Hater, bro, he plays for Ajax, innit? He's kind of a centre back. He can play left back as well. It's one of those ones where it's kind of a hybrid kind of player, similar to Timber, really. But yeah, it's one of those ones where you're just having to keep an eye on it and seeing if they can potentially do a deal. If you watch AFTV, Robbie linked aliens to Arsenal as well. What the hell? Big got AP. Robbie linked aliens. That's crazy. But yeah, man. Corinne, he's a hater. Maresca and hater, bro. Man, yeah, he's taking a mic. You might have taken a mic in the chat. Big up the chat as always, man. You might have taken a Michael. Too funny, man. Too funny, bro. But yeah, man, big up obviously everyone tuning in, man. But yeah, the left back situation, I feel like again, potentially we'll probably sign one, you know, because again, if Zinchenko leaves, you're looking at Lewis Skelly. Is he going to be the midfield option? Calafiori's injury problems are there to see. I'm not even counting him. I've not even thought about him, to be honest with you, in the squad. because he's just not reliable already. I just feel like, bro, I don't want to get my hopes up of him actually playing because he's just not going to be a reliable feature of the team because he's always injured, man. He's injured for loads of periods of time in the season as well. There's not a period where he's just fit for like 4 or 5 months. He's always a few injuries there, and then he comes back for like a few weeks and another injury. So, yeah, man, I feel like potentially we might even need another left back just to cover potentially, but we'll see, man. We'll see how much what we actually do in it. But yeah, all parties in the Gyökeres deal are optimistic that negotiations will reach a full agreement. That's the Norgard deal being done as well. So yeah, man, there's a lot of obviously stuff happening in terms of Arsenal and transfers. And yeah, it's actually nice. It's refreshing considering the last 2-3 seasons in the transfer market. It's, bro, people just call it January. Do you know what I mean? Because we don't do anything in there. You know what I'm saying? It's not an active kind of window for us normally. So yeah, it's actually is nice and refreshing to see us be proactive in when it comes to obviously in this kind of market, man. So we've just got to try and progress with it as well. Do you know what I mean? We can't rest on our laurels with these kind of signings and just got to go from there. Do you think Rice plays more like an older guard since Zubimendi will sit as 6? Good question, man. I feel like he's going to have the role that he did a couple of seasons ago when it was him and Jorginho in a pivot, where he was more like a box-to-box kind of, and Odegaard was kind of switching with him in terms of being more like an 8, and then Rice was like a 10 kind of thing. They're kind of alternating positions. That's when Rice was getting a few more goals. But and he was obviously getting back to help Jorginho in terms of physically off the ball. So I think it's going to be more a little bit like that. But again, there is room to obviously improvement as well in terms of being able to have Zubimendi play in the left 8 as well sometimes and have Rice sit so they can alternate between 2 positions and then have that kind of area where Zubimendi can maybe pass it out to the wing pretty quickly or give it to Odegaard pretty quickly, and then we can go from there in transition. So I think it does open up a lot more options, but I think you definitely got to use them in a specific way. Otherwise, you're going to get that kind of rigid, kind of stiff. If Zubimendi's not on form or he's been marked out of the game, you're then relying on Rice or an Odegaard who, again, dropping down deep, doesn't always have the physicality to maintain or sustain an attack to really dictate the play from there, man. So, yeah, man, it's going to be interesting to see how he does use them and if Norgard is used in more of a productive way as well, or we do end up getting another kind of 8/10 player to play in that kind of position. And yeah, see how it goes from there. But I feel like we need to change our system anyway, man. So we'll see, bro. Honestly, my confidence in Berta has increased with Gyökeres signing. If he gets Eze, he's the boss in my books. This is what I say, bro. Big up views every single time. He took away that Montgomery Berta tag, bro. I said, hold up, wait a minute, not yet. Wait till the end of the season, my brother. Wait till the end of the, not even the end of the season. Wait till the end of the transfer window, my brother, and see what he comes up with, man. Now we're going and moving into the right direction here. So yeah, we'll see what else he can come up with and what else he can do, bro. It's definitely a nice little pivot to getting a player that's ready-made rather than potential every single time. If Rasmus stays, I might file an official police report for that's crazy. Korean has lost his mind. But yeah, man. So if we sign Eze, he plays 10. Rice pushes back into the 6 to support Zubi. Odegaard 8. Yeah, potentially, man. Or even again, like you said, even if we sign Eze, Odegaard might be on the bench, and then we've still got Zubimendi and Rice, or someone else might be on the bench. Because again, we've got a lot of games, guys, and what you got to think as well, we had a lot of injuries last season, where to the point where we were playing midfielders up front because we had no one else to play there. We were playing midfielders at right back because we had no one else to play there. So I think there's going to be a lot of times where you're probably going to see different personnel in that midfield role just for rotation purposes. And so it should be, because again, I do feel like the lack of rotation at the start of maybe last season that's led into obviously the season just gone has caused a lot of these injuries where we're getting a lot of hamstring injuries because players are in the red zone. We've seen it with Sanchez. I remember back in 2016, Arsene Wenger literally said the day before we played Norwich away, I remember the game, that Sanchez was in the red zone, and in the game he tore his hamstring and was out for like 3 months because he was in there because he knew, bro, because he just kept playing him, overplayed him. So I feel like you've done that with Sanchez. You've done that with Saka, and I think you did it with Havertz, to be honest with you. Even though also a lot of people don't rate him, I think he plays every game, even the League Cup games. He comes on, he plays, he starts, he plays. So I think he just overplayed these kind of players. So I think more rotation is definitely needed going into the season for sure, man. I understand the professional optics of, yeah, I'll fight for my players. I'm a professional footballer, but enough is enough. This isn't a charity or Disney movie. You're not the protagonist. He's had enough, man. He's had enough. Well, yeah, man. Big up the doctor says I'm not opposed to signing Hayter, Mitchell, or Gutierrez. I'm sure we've blown a massive amount of money on the left back. Marcelo Skelly looks great there, but maybe he's better in field. But we can find a good deal. Why not? Listen, again, if we're getting, and this is why, Doctor, I'm having a problem in terms of us trying to sell players. I think we need to be much better. And this again, another part I'm looking at Berta for as well, in terms of how we sell some of our players. I know, like, for example, Zinchenko's on a lot of wages, so it's going to be difficult to get a decent fee. But you're not telling me we can't get at least 15, 20 mil for him, man. Even on the money he's on, just go to somewhere else and try and get the money. Because I think that's going to be very key and pivotal to see if we can then try and reinvest that money into that left-back position to get someone younger, someone more adaptable, maybe someone that can play across the back four again. So then you got someone that can fill in for an injured Calafiori, or if you, like you said, you want to use Miles Skelly in midfield, you can fill in while Miles Skelly's doing his thing in midfield. So I think that's very, very key, man, for us to do. But we definitely have to improve on how we sell players, bro. Because again, at the minute, man, we're selling them for cheap change. We've just got rid of Tomiyasu on a free. We just had to terminate his contract because he's injured. You're looking at all the other players we've had, obviously, on our books as well. We're going to struggle to probably get rid of Fabio Vieira, maybe Reece Nelson as well. But that's just the perception of us selling really, really badly. I thought last year we improved on it a little bit. I think the 34 for Smith Rowe was a decent bit of change. I think we did very well to get 30 for Eddie Nketiah, to be honest with you. I can't lie. I think we did very well there. And again, Ramsdale wasn't great, 16 million. So I think it was a bit hot and cold. But yeah, we definitely need to improve on how we sell players. And then we can go from there for sure, man. I don't see Rice, Odegaard, Eze in the midfield. We will get outrun through easily. Bro, it depends who we're facing. Because if we've got like a Burnley at home or a Sunderland or something like that, you're expecting us to dominate the ball anyway. So we shouldn't really get overran with those kind of players in midfield because we're going to have the ball. They're just going to give us the ball. So I think it just depends in certain personnel. And this is what I said. And it goes back to rotation, man. We just got to rotate better for sure. Because again, certain kind of teams, we're going to have to make sure we've got a solid midfield. But then over games where we're struggling to break them down, I think you can allow a bit more flair in that kind of midfield area to try and go for it and try and win the game. So, but we'll see, bro. Big up, Goon Gang. Arsenal. Marino is back too, y'all. Yeah, I forgot about Marino, man. Again, I think Marino is still better up front for me personally. I know he's obviously a midfielder by trade, but yeah, I think he's better up front for me personally, brother. Big up, Neil, man. Do you feel the problem with our wage bill? Can we afford Eze and Rodrigo? Very good point as well, bro. And it's going to be difficult, man. I can't lie. Like, again, we've got Jesus on 265, and he's injured at the minute. He's probably not going to be back until end of the year. And then you've got other players, again, Zinchenko and stuff like that. But I feel like, again, some of the departures we've already had, like the Jorginhos, obviously number 6 as well, him going, it's freed up a lot of the wages space. So I don't know, man. It might be a thing where over time we have to come back to and really try and trim it down a bit more. Because, again, I just feel like we're giving too much money to kind of squad players. Calafiori on like 130, even Marino on like 120. These guys are like 70, 80 million pound max a week kind of players, man. If Diaz is on 70, then these guys should be at least on the same or if not a bit less. So, yeah, I think we're just overpaying in certain areas. But again, I think it's one of those ones where it's going to take a little bit of time to try and trim that kind of wage bill down because you need to obviously get rid of the players that are on too much money. So we'll have to wait and see if he does that. But yeah, I think it was Edu just moving mad. I can't lie. Bro had the same. Bro had some of the best defensive stats in Europe. We forget that about Marino. Marino is poo, bro. Obviously not rating Marino. Marino going to play in the inverted bench striker with a laughing emoji. Okay, Darren, guess having top take cons in the top 5 leagues is trash. Obviously says Guna. I like this debate, to be fair. Best defensive stats were in Sociedad. He did have very good defensive stats in Sociedad. I feel like the Premier League was a bit different, though. I feel like he was getting pressed a lot and he was struggling in terms of being able to turn on the half turn. And yeah, certain elements of his game would definitely need to be refined. But again, it might be a system thing, man. It might be a system change where he's just a bit further forward. And again, I feel like, again, if you play him a bit further forward where he's not back to goal and he's being pressed like he was against Liverpool in Anfield, and that's when obviously he got sent off. I feel like you could probably maybe get a bit more out of them. But again, I think is another thing where you have to pick your battles in terms of where do you play this guy and what against what opposition as well. Like, do you play him against a weaker team? Do you play him against a better team? That's the things you got to figure out. But yeah, I think again he does have a place in the squad. He's squad depth. He's someone that can fill in and probably do a job in a one-off game, preferably up front, in my opinion. But yeah, but we'll have to see how he gets utilized, man, for sure. Eze and Odegaard more than likely rotate between one another, in my opinion. Besides the one of our biggest issues was lack of competition for the squad. 100% big up Colin, man. 100% agree with that, bro. Like the lack of competition between Odegaard in himself, the fact he was thinking out the joint for the majority of the season, and we had no real competition apart from Ethan to come in, which he didn't want to utilize for whatever reason. I think that was a massive key factor in terms of us not really getting over the line in terms of some games we were drawing and not getting the full results because we didn't have the competition and the options to take out star players or players that are normally starters that are not performing. And I feel like with Eze's inclusion, you kind of avoid that and you get that kind of star player. really fighting for his place, which is what you want, man. It's what you need. It's what you need for sure, man. Big up everyone tuning in. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video. But yeah, man, big up Colin. I think that is a very good point you've just made, my friend. That's why he was scouted. Has only played at striker for us, bro. Is a hybrid DM. Yeah, true. Yeah, I guess so. But listen, I liked him up front, to be fair. I think he did a decent job. That's big fat. Should be getting 20 to 30 million for Zinchenko, getting 15 to 20 million for Bambi. And this is what I'm saying, bro. And even discussing the likes of Gabriel needs Jesus and the Packmore with the right with the 4 right hooves. Nah, 100%. This is what I'm saying, my guy. Like, again, we've got to be getting more money for these guys, bro. Like, there's no way we can be obviously sitting there when other teams are getting top dollar for players that are not even as good. Because I think Zinchenko is still a good Premier League player. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, defensively is definitely suspect. But I think in midfield, he can definitely do a good job for a good mid-table or even a higher table team, to be honest with you. So, yeah, we definitely 10 mil is crazy. Like, I'm sorry. We've got to be getting more than that for sure. Big up everyone in the building. He was scouted because he scored a header in the Euros. We know Arsenal only hires purple patch players. And that's how we ended up with Havertz, Marino, Calafiori, etc. Says Darren, big yourself up for the comment, my guy. Man said, big up E Ross, man. Big up Tops and the crew. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video, man. Nearly at 30 likes, man. Big up yourself. As always, man, my geography teacher, whose class I was in when Jota died, told me, oh, that's, bro, you can't be joking like that, man. That's crazy, man. Big up yourself, man. Can't be doing jokes like that. Nah, this time, man. That's not great. Arsenal tripled the Calafiori's wages. Exactly, Eros, man. Crazy settings, man. I don't know how or why we even did that, to be fair. Like, come on, you've got to be responsible with how you're doing your wages, man, for sure. Tops, you look different. Oh, yeah, got a fresh shave, my bro. Fresh shave, man. Got to do it for the new season and that. So, yeah, bro, Marino's slower than a foul merchant who falls over when the wind blows past him. Only reason he hasn't flopped is a few goals he scored up front. Says Darren, obviously you're not a massive fan. At this stage, not crazy about it, but I think we should release Jesus and 29 if we could do this, and to Ozil and Aubameyang. We could do it for those 2 scrubs. Yeah, it's a lot of money, bro. I feel like, again, if we didn't have, you know what it is, Doctor? I feel like because we've got so many players to buy, I just think we can't do that and get rid of those because we'd have to pay them off, bro. And obviously, I think Havertz got 2 years left, or he might even have 3 years left, man. That's a lot of money, man. I think Aubameyang only had like a year and a half left or something like that, and Ozil only had a year left or something. There wasn't like long years where it was like 3 or 4 years. Whereas I think their contracts are just, I mean, Jesus got 2, Havertz would have 3. Yeah, I just maybe potentially Jesus, maybe when he comes back, maybe you could probably agree to subsidize some of his contract and he goes on a free just to get him off the wage bill. But I think the Havertz one, you just got, for me, Havertz, you got to sell anyway. You got to try and get some money back from him, especially when you've invested 65 mil. You got to invest some money back into him for sure, bro. So yeah, me personally, I try and sell them both and see if we can, man. Is there an Arsenal and chill tonight? You know what? I need to ask Colin if he's available, actually, to be fair. I'll have to ask him if he's about. And yeah, we'll try and sort something out for sure. Big up yourself. Bless up, gang. Easy MFers. Big up yourself, bro. Big up everyone in the building, man. What's going on, people? They're too highly paid to be released. We are stuck with them. Clown says Darren. Big up Darren yourself. Berta trading Kivior for Eze. But listen, I'll take it, man. I'll take it if that's the case, my show. I'll take it for sure, man. Big up, my team are cooked. Nunes leaving, Jota died, Diaz leaving. We only got 3 attackers. Yeah, I don't know what you man are doing, man. It does look like Diaz and Jota are both. Sorry, not Jota. Sorry, Diaz and Nunes are both leaving, and obviously Jota sadly passed away, which is still crazy to even say, man. So yeah, I don't know what you guys are going to be doing. Maybe I don't know, man. Maybe you're going to have to revamp your whole kind of transfer strategy because obviously no one prepared for Jota to be passing away. So maybe it's going to have to be a case where you kind of keep one of these players, whether it's the Diaz or Nunes, man, even if you don't want to. So, but we have to wait and see what you guys do, man, for sure. This legend right here, hope you're well, brother. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up the community, man. Sharing love as always. I remember Marino will be a lot better next season. I reckon Marino will be a lot better next season. He wasn't fully fit from the shoulder injury. You could see he was struggling. Hopefully you're right, my guy. Hopefully you're right, my bro. Like, again, I feel like, again, with him, you got to play him in certain games against certain opposition. Opposition that doesn't press, opposition that let you have the ball. I feel like he could be a bit better as well. And again, teams that are susceptible to headers, sorry. So again, he scored obviously a couple of headed goals in the season. So yeah, I feel like that's his kind of his strengths. And again, that's what a squad player is. You put him in and play him in certain type of games. I feel like we probably should be using him like a Fellaini was used at Man United, where certain games he was needed and his physicality and his aerial ability is obviously warranted. But in other games where it's a bit more technical, you kind of play other players. So I think that's kind of how you need to kind of use him, to be honest with you. Why do you think Sesko deal failed? Because Arsenal didn't do this pivoting thing. If Edu was there, we'd be getting ripped. 100%, bro. Like, again, I think they thought they were still dealing with Edu. Remember, we dealt with them last year. We were going to pay the 50 mil, but obviously Sesko wanted to stay and fight for his place or whatever. He wasn't really prepared to sit on the bench with Havertz. So, yeah, I feel like, again, because we normally just go in for one target. We've seen it with Nico Williams. And then we don't get that target. It's kind of, we just don't get anyone kind of thing. Or we end up getting someone on loan like a Sterling. I think this is a nice little pivot to try and negotiate couple of players in the same position, so you don't end up empty-handed. You can actually get a player that you actually wanted, whether you wanted one or the other is regardless. You actually get someone. So yeah, man, I think that's the key thing for sure, man. That's the key thing for sure. Just obviously seeing a picture of Norgard and Berta earlier today at obviously the training pitch, so that probably should be announced probably tomorrow, man. Something like that, man. Tomiyasu going for free is by business. How much did you pay for him? I think we paid 18 million pounds for him, but bro, he wasn't going to be back until they're saying it's going to be October, but he wasn't going to be back in probably until like nearly the end of the year, man. So I think you had to just get rid of him. He was on 100 grand a week. You can use that kind of money to go to someone else, because you got to think, if we paid him off, remember he only had a year left anyway, and we just signed a new extension, but I think it was an option for another year. If you pay him off, then potentially you can get someone else in on lower wages. Mascara, if we get him in, if we're sensible, is not going to be on anything more than probably 30k, 40k, if that, man. If we're sensible. So yeah, I think it's probably the best thing to do, to be honest, because no one's going to buy him. So, and he wasn't going to be fit and available anyway, so he would have just been earning the money on the bench. And this kind of frees up a spot for someone else that can contribute, man. So I agree with it, to be honest with you. Doing great, my bro. I hope you're well too. 100%, man. Big up DG2. It says Burton needs to be setting up deals with the Saudi clubs for Jesus in advance, so in January he could be sold. Yeah, I agree, man. I think, again, you got to be trying to setting up his departure as soon as possible, so you can kind of weigh those wages off the wage bill, man. I think everyone is in agreement that Jesus needs to be moved on now. Again, he's quite injured all the time, and again, his wages are mad. So yeah, you can't keep excusing these dudes, mate. Let's face it, Calafiori and Marino they weren't great, man. I'll be real, man. They weren't great. I mean, I know Marino scored a few goals at the end, but I feel like, again, they're the squad signings you need to make on top of first team starters, bro. When they're your main kind of signings in a window, people obviously, you look at them with obviously more of a fine eye and say, were these guys one needed and two necessary for us to challenge where we need to challenge? And in the end, they didn't really provide much kind of comfortability in the areas they were supposed to. Calafiori was always injured, and Marino didn't work in midfield and did better up front. So yeah, it's actually kind of crazy, man. People always have selective amnesia. Taxes in the UK is like 50%. Other countries, it's way lower. I said 45%. Right on, brother. Big up everyone tuning in, man. All good on this end, bro. No excuses next season. If they flop, then bench them. They bench them, bro. Yeah, this is what I mean, man. Marino was excellent for Spain when he was fully fit. I have hope. Listen, there's no reason that you can't have hope, my guy. Like, again, I'm not saying he's a terrible player. I just think in that midfield, he just didn't suit how we played and up against the opposition we played against. And in the Premier League, I just don't think he suited it, man. I don't think he had excellent games at all. I don't think he played well at all, really. So, yeah, man, I think he definitely needs to improve. But, again, we'll wait and see if he does, man. We'll wait and see if he does. 50% dependent on the wage bracket, I believe. Regardless, it's the way higher than other European countries, hence the higher wages for sure. Yeah, he was surrounded by better players, says Darren. Tops Bro says also haven't won anything of significant in years. You can see they use us for money and wages to lure players in to come to the club, unfortunately. Yeah, that is definitely true for certain players for sure, man. I feel like, again, I still think we still have a certain kind of degree and pedigree in terms of we are still Arsenal. We can still attract some kind of players, but I just feel like these kind of players that we're talking about that we're offering these kind of wages to, I think they just come to us anyway. I don't think you have to. I think we just go a bit extra for whatever reason to really lure them in. But I just don't get why, man. I feel like if you offered Calafiori like 90 grand, he would have came anyway. So I offer him the 120. Same with Marino as well, man, because these guys weren't on massive money at Sociedad. So any kind of pay increase, you're thinking, again, they're going to be happy with. So, yeah, man, a bit of a weird one for sure, man. Yeah, bigger teams are paying better for lower players. Diaz 3 times better than Martinelli, but gets paid way less. Yeah, 100% agree with that. He's on, 70K? And obviously, my man's on 180, which is scandalous when you think about the age and the gap, man. Can't wait for Arsenal second kit, especially when we sign Glock 9. Come on, big up DG2. And yeah, man, listen, that kit is looking like a proper kit, Mo. It's looking like a proper kit. Even the third one with the white one looks good as well. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we get some nice kits and we lift some trophies in them. For sure. Notice Bert still not done an interview. Nothing. Bro, this is what I'm saying, man. Big up Neil, man. This is what I mean. Bert has not done an interview. You're right. And I'm glad, bro. He keeps a bit of mystique. He keeps that fact of he's not there to make friends or be happy or whatever. He's there to do a job and get the job done. So I like that kind of energy, man. It's definitely better for sure. I'm getting all 3 shirts with the Glockers on it direct from Arsenal, which I've never done. Big up yourself, Darren, man. See, this is what I'm saying. This is what happens when you get a proper number 9. People get gassed, get the merch, get the guy with names on the back, all of that good stuff, man. I said, fair enough. Guess what? Diaz and Konate don't stay because of the wages. By the way, I'm not excusing some of the ridiculous wages we offer some of the players. Yeah, man. Again, it's a catch-22 for sure. Again, you've got to it's going to be a balance. You've got to pay players what they're worth, especially when they're contributing a lot to the team, which I think Diaz and Konate definitely have compared to what they're getting paid. But at the same time, you can't pay them loads of like money and different and ridiculous wages, which we are doing for our players, and when they haven't achieved anything. So yeah, I think there is kind of a split in terms of how you do certain things. But again, for me, man, Arsenal just need to cut that out, and hopefully with Berta in charge, they can go into a new direction, a fresh direction, where they don't do that anymore, man. Because again, I feel like it's definitely hindering us in terms of getting more quality players, because we then have to balance the books with the wages, and we know we can't get all these players on these massive pieces of money, because again, they cost a lot of money, man, as well as the fee, not only the fee, but the money in general. So but yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Big up everyone tuning in. But yeah, it says Andre Berta is determined to sign Eze and will try to convince Crystal Palace, who might consider accepting a promising defender as part of the deal. So that might be the Kivior thing, man. While the player being considered as a mate weight in the deal is not known, Sunsport understands it is an emerging star who's played a handful of games for the first team. Okay, maybe not, man. Maybe not. Maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's Zinni. Oh, apparently there's an update. It's Josh Nichols that is being considered as a make weight for Crystal Palace and for Eze, man. That's breaking news there. So interesting, man. Interesting. Very interesting there. Well, Josh Nichols, again, he was a right back. He's played obviously a handful of games. I think he did start against Bolton in the League Cup. We won 5-1, I believe. So, but again, that's very interesting. I don't know how much that would take off the deal, though, because again, he's not an established kind of first teamer like that, and he's still pretty young and inexperienced in terms of playing in the Premier League. I don't think he's played in the Premier League for us yet. So, yeah, very interesting development, though. And if we can try and get some money off from that deal, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. But yeah, a bit of breaking, man. That promising defender, better be Kivior. Apparently, it's not Darren. People are saying it's Josh Nichols, man, who plays right back. That is the update. Let me see if I can refresh the post. Boom. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video as always. And whatnot. But yeah, let me go back to it. But yeah, interesting development, man. It says update. Josh Nichols is the Arsenal player being considered as a make weight in a deal to sign Eze, says Darren Arsenal, man. So yeah, I don't know how obviously legit this obviously source is, but very interesting, man. I don't know how much that would take off the deal, if I'm being honest, because again, he's a youngster. So but yeah, interesting. They are after fullbacks, of course. So yeah, Crystal Palace. So it'll be very interesting to see if he's actually part of that deal. What do you guys think in the comments, man, about that, man? Obviously, this is a picture of Norgard and Andre Berta this morning, obviously taking pictures and stuff like that. So that should be announced, obviously, probably tomorrow or Thursday, man, knowing this club. So yeah, interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff about the Eze news for sure. Interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. Big up everyone tuning in the comments, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. I reckon it's Zinni. I want Kivior out of this club, to be honest. Oh, not a fan of Kivior. I'm with it. Innovative way to save money. Sorry. Yeah, it looks like it could be, man. It looks like it could be. Old Jack Nichols, never mind. I like Jack Nichols. He's a decent defender. I thought he was decent. I was right. He's very quick. Someone that could overlap. I thought he was okay, man. Obviously, very, very tiny. But again, one of those players that can be very nippy, reminding me of like a little bit of like a Hector Bellerin kind of profile in terms of that kind of rapid kind of fullback that overlaps, kind of old school, really. But yeah, this is some interesting breaking news, really. Okay, let me read this article again. So Andre Berta is determined to sign Eze and will try and convince Crystal Palace, who might consider accepting a promising defender as part of the deal. So a lot of ifs and buts there, maybe, to be fair. Like, might consider promising defender as part of the deal. While the player is being considered as a mate weight in the deal, it is not known. Sky Sport understands he's an emerging star who's played a handful of games for the first team. So, and then obviously it's been dropped that it is Josh Nichols is the Arsenal player being considered as a mate. So I don't know if Arsenal are considering making him the make way, or Palace are considering him as the make way. I'm not really sure the way it's obviously worded. It could be either, to be fair. A situation, man. But yeah, very in. Man said send Nichols now with a laughing emoji. But Darren is ruthless. Man said get him out of here. Listen, if it's another way we can save a bit of money to try and get someone else, then calm. Do you know what I'm saying? But again, I don't know how much money. How much money do you think that will take off the deal, guys? Say if the deal is £60 million, even though they're touting at 68. Let's say it's 60, or it could be it's touted at 68 and now it gets it down to 60. To be fair, because 8 mil for. But again, it's a weird one because Liverpool and Chelsea and all these other teams sell their academies for a much higher price. Like in terms of players that have not even had a lot of first team football, they'll sell them for 15, 10, 15 million, 20 million. And you're like, who is this guy? I've never heard of him. And I'm sure Liverpool sold someone this season for like 15 million or something like that. And I've never heard of the guy. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Eze is a must. We're tired of Odegaard stinking up the place when he's out of form. I 100% agree, bro. He needs competition, man. We need to get him some competition for sure. Get us Eze and Rodrigo as well. We will be optimistic for next season, 100%, bro. If we get those two in the line, I'm going to be gassed for the season. I can't lie. Because, again, we'll have a certain type of players in there ready to make an impact, all of that good stuff. So, yeah, that's definitely something I've got to be looking for, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you're new people, subscribe. I do daily obviously transfer talk shows in terms of talking about Arsenal and other teams as well. One at 9 a.m. and another one at 2 p.m. So yeah, make sure you guys lock in for that. This is why I'm so interested. I want to see what Berta gets in sales. 100% Neil, bro. I completely agree with that, bro. Like, again, I'm one of the ones where I'm like, I want to see how much money you can get for sales, if you can come up with creative ideas to try and sell certain players on and all of that good stuff, man. So I'm fully with you, bro. Fully with you, my guy. Add a first refusal, buyback clause, and sell on clause to the Josh Nichols deal. That's not a bad idea, bro. To be honest with you, man. Because again, I don't know I can't remember how old this guy is, man. I'm sure he's like 18, 19. Let me put him in, bro. But yeah, man, that would be a good idea, to be fair, bro. Some kind of buyback clause, sell on clause. He's 18. He's gonna turn 19 the 26th of July. So he'll be 19. He's never played a league game for Arsenal. Yeah, he's not really got anything much on his wiki either. I know he played for Bolton. He made his professional debut for Bolton. He played in pre-season as well. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, people. Absolutely crazy, people. But yeah, very some obviously breaking news there, and very interesting to see what they do with this kind of deal with Eze and trying to get a deal over the line for him, man. Hopefully we can do it for sure. Because again, I don't feel like Nicholas is going to be maybe a long-term solution or a person that's going to be in our team long-term. So again, it would make sense for us to go in that kind of direction and try and go there, man, for sure, man. So yeah, we'll definitely have to wait and see, man. We'll definitely have to wait and see. Big up everyone tuning in. If you're new, man, make sure you guys smash the like button on the video. I really should be conducting Arsenal's business, to be honest. For now, I'll be sticking being a licensed agent. I hear it, bro. I hear it, man. Do your thing, my bro. Do your thing. Babyface tops. We're laughing about you. Big up yourself, ST, man. I tell you, man, that beard aged me about 10 years. I'm telling you, bro. Man's fresh face, man. Man calling me the Timu Lewis Skelly. I hear it. I fully hear it, man. Jeez. Yeah. I'm about to keep rocking this, man. I can't lie. DG2 says, don't we need to keep Josh Nichols because Ben White and Timber will be coming back from injury, or are the injuries not that serious? Good question, bro. I feel like the Timber one is going to be serious because he's just had surgery. I'm not sure how long he's going to be out for. I don't reckon he's going to be ready for pre-season. Obviously, Ben White is carrying that kind of knock-on effect from his knee surgery he had the start of obviously last season as well. So again, I feel like Mascaro coming in because he's a player that can play right back too. I think that's going to be a key factor of trying to get that deal done as quickly as possible. I feel like maybe they're going to get the Gyökeres deal done and then move on to that Mascara one to try and get that one over the line. But with the Nichols one, I expected him to play a lot in preseason, to be fair, because again, like you said, we've not got that many right-back options now. So it's going to be probably Ben White playing that like as much as he can with obviously the knee injury that he's been carrying for a long time. See how he recovers from that. And Timber, I don't think should be rushed back either. So yeah, it's an interesting one, but there must be a thing where they must have asked for him because, again, he's a kind of a random player to bring up in the negotiations. You'd think it'd be a bit more of an established player like a Kibio or a Zinchenko or someone like that. Bit established, someone that you can get off the wage bill. You might not get money for him, but it takes off a lot of money from a player that you actually want. So very interesting, man. Very interesting to see for sure. Big up E. Ross, top store. There was something different about you, bro. Looking like a freshman again. Big yourself up, my guy. Come on, E. Ross. That's what I'm talking about, man. New man, new look. All of that good stuff, bro. So, yeah. I'll take it, bro. Team Lewis Kelly, I'll take it. But, yeah, freshman vibes is what I'm trying to aim for, my guy. So, big yourself up every single time. Big up Darren, man. It says, man, trim and shave, red beanie and ting. LOL. Big up Tops. Big up yourself, brother. Big up my guy, Darren, here now. Man knows the vibes already. Red beanie. We're ready to work. Fresh trim or fresh shave even. So, yeah, man. Big yourself up for sure. Big up Louis says, Nicholas ain't starting for Arsenal anytime soon, mate. Let him learn his trade at Palace. Yeah, true. I agree, man. I feel like he wasn't really going to play an active part of the season anyway. He didn't last season. And look how many injuries we had at right back. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I don't think he's going to play a pivotal part going forward, if I'm being honest, man. Even though I feel like he's a decent little youngster. He's only 18. He's learning his trade still. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Did you see us getting Eze, Madueke, and Rodrigo? It says ST. I can't see it. If I'm being honest, bro, neither can I, man. Unless we do something creative with this, obviously, Josh Nichols kind of deal being obviously touted. At least we do something creative with that, where we kind of get him on loan or whatnot. I really can't see us getting all those deals over the line personally, bro. Just for the simple fact that there's a lot of things for us to do in terms of the wages and obviously the fees and stuff like that. And we're not notoriously well or good at selling players. If we had a better reputation at selling players, I reckon we could have got all three done, because I know we're going to get some good money for all the players that we're going to sell. But because I know we're going to get potentially 10 for Reece Nelson, 10 for Zinchenko, nothing that actually moves the needle in terms of getting a massive price for these kind of players that we're moving on. I think it's going to be difficult, man, because you're going to probably need about maybe 100 million in departures, I would say, or something along them regions to kind of justify spending 50 plus on Madueke. It looks like it's going to be 80 for Rodrigo, and then 60 to 68 for Eze, bro. That's a lot of money, man. That is a lot of money. You're talking another 200 million on top of probably the 150 million we've just spent. It's not doable. So we're gonna have to probably sell at least 100 million pounds worth of players. Whether we can do that or not, I'm not too sure, my guy. I'm not too sure. Nichols ain't starting for I just read that out. Big yourself up. Oh, that's the one you actually put. But Nichols ain't starting for Arsenal anytime soon, mate. Let him go learn his trade at Palace and bulk up. If he does well, you have a first refusal buyback clause as well as a sell-on clause. Yeah, makes sense, man. Makes sense, to be fair. If he does well, you can obviously bring him back, like you said, and have a sell-on clause for sure. So yeah, I agree with that. I actually agree with you, bro. Big up ST, Top's getting a fresh shave for his incoming date with Rihanna, bro. I wish, man. Big up yourself, ST, as always, man. Fresh fade and knocking 10 years off my age. I love that. Big up Neil. He says, also, you've been targeted a lot lately. Something must be right. Yeah, you know what? They're getting a bit more spotlight than you have done in the last 2 or 3 years. Likes of obviously Lewis Kelly, Ethan Nwaneri, and now Josh Nichols as well. Heaven obviously got targeted too. Obviously, Chody went to Man United as well. So we did have a nice little group. Obviously, I remember they were all playing in preseason together. Literally all of them. Heaven started. I can't remember Cheetah. I don't think Cheetah started any games, but I know obviously Heaven started against Man United. So did Nwaneri. I think Josh Nichols played in that game as well. As well as Miles Lewis-Kelly was obviously in and out the team too. So yeah, we did have a few players that were in and around it, man, doing their thing in and around it. So I feel like, again, it's one of those ones where we just have to make sure we get the right players at the right time and go from there for sure, man. Big up DG2. He says, if we sign Mascara, then yeah, this is what I'm saying, use Josh Nichols to get Eze 100%. Yeah, I completely agree, bro. I mean, I think Mascara can come in and fill in at right back. I think he's played 10 games there for Valencia. So not a lot, but he's someone that can obviously deputize there if needs must, and also can play left-sided centre-back as well as right-sided centre-back too. So yeah, I think it would be a nice little swap, and again, it would kind of bring down that price tag for Eze, bro, to potentially target some more players if we can. I feel you got to do a lot of wheeling and dealing for sure. So we'll see if they accept it, man. If I'm being honest, bro, I will be shocked if they accept that, because again, is Josh Nichols ready to play in the Premier League full time? I don't particularly think so, because again, he's not done it for Arsenal, and also he's not had that load of experience even in the cup games. So I don't think he'd be ready. But what I will say is that I think if you do actually give him that opportunity, then potentially he could be a player even for the future, or someone that can be molded into a decent right back for sure. So we'll have to wait and see, man, if that's going to be the case. DG2 says, Born Madueke, don't help them Chelsea with their PSR. Stop this nonsense. Obviously, DG2 is not happy with that. I hear you, brother. I hear you, my guy. Big ol' ST said, I agree. Our youth is going well, but we need to stop letting them go for free. 100%. Obviously, we had a massive, massive mistake getting rid of or having Heaven go for free, as well as obviously Cheeto as well. I know they didn't want to sign a new contract, but yeah, it's crazy, man. But you're right, bro. We need to start, if we're going to let them go, we need to start selling them for top dollar for sure. So yeah, big old E. Ross said, bro, one of the greatest feelings in the world is a fresh, honestly, bro, you just feel like a new man. You look like a new man, all of that good stuff. So yeah, I 100% agree with you, man. Having a fresh trim is the way forward for sure. Big up Tyrell, good at TV, man. Big up Chanzo, big up yourself, my bro. Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're good. Hope you're reacting to the news as well as I am. Because again, just looking for Gyökeres to be obviously confirmed about the agreement being over the line and all the other good stuff, man. So yeah, it's great. Big up Ole says he's good enough to be on the bench for Crystal Palace. Yeah, I think he is, man. I think he definitely is. Just in terms of starting wise, I feel like you're probably gonna have to start him in the cups and then try and integrate him in to certain kind of areas in the pitch in terms of playing on a regular basis, man. But it's kind of a shock news, to be fair, because again, I don't think it's gonna be I didn't think he'd be in the running for it when they said the mystery player. Like a lot of people in the chat, big up the chat as well. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done it already. I thought it was going to be the likes of a Kivior or maybe a Zinchenko or something like that. Even like a Fabio Vieira, I could see something like that to try and offload one of the players that we just don't want. Reece Nelson was another one I thought it could be. So if the fact it's a right back and it's a upcoming like right back that doesn't really play too much games, it's a nice surprise, to be fair. Again, it's someone that we could obviously not really miss in terms of we don't really play him anyway. And it's someone that definitely could maybe put the price down if they rate his potential that highly to the point where we can get Eze on a cheaper basis. So we'll have to wait and see if they actually agree to it, to be honest with you. Big Gobby says that 35 million plus 5 add-ons. I do it for Madueke. Brother, like I said, I always said this with the Madueke situation. I don't particularly want him. I don't think we need him. However, if we get Eze and Rodrigo over the line, then done, then I don't really care if we get Madueke. I can't lie. I won't care. As long as I get those two players as well as Gyökeres up front, then fine. Do what you want with the other guy. Do you know what I'm saying? That's my stance on it. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see if we can achieve all of those things together for sure. DG2 says we need a game changer on the left wing, not Madueke. That's either one of Rodrigo. This is what I'm saying, and this is the issue. We got yourself, DGT, is the fact that at the time, and obviously time we're recording, this the overall feeling with Arsenal fans is either or. If it was all of them, then cool, whatever. Get them all in it. Well, I don't care. Like, it's not my money. Do you know what I mean? Get them all then. But the fact is, it's not going to be all of them, is there? Like, it's going to be either or. Rodrigo or Madueke. Eze or Madueke. So when it comes to that, it's like, bro, I don't want either or. It's got to be all of them or not Madueke. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's crazy, man. That's the kind of the thought process I've got of obviously this whole situation. It can't be either or, bro. It has to be all of them or not Madueke and the other two, in my opinion. It's going to be Eze or Rodrigo, not both. I put a bet on that. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced that it's going to be Madueke's a surefire bet, and it's going to be either or one of those kind of players, which I don't know, man. Even though we've got the striker and we've got Eze, who I think is a quality player, that left with that starting natural left winger where you think, yes, Saka's a right winger, natural left winger, natural striker, good man striker. We are there. You're missing again that piece because you're hoping Madueke does well or good enough to the point where he's a top left winger in the season where we can't be hoping that players are good now. They have to have that expectation of this guy is brought in for this particular reason, so we win this particular trophy. That has to be the thought process going into this season, man. We can't have seasons where we're looking at it thinking, wow, why can't we get this kind of player or this kind of structure from this kind of player? Because again, he's not got the right amount of quality or the experience. We're past that. We're in phase 6, as these guys like to tell me. So we're going to get past that for sure. 100%, man. Big up Darren. Why get Madueke where we can get Lookman for the same? This is what I'm saying as well. There's a plethora of other market opportunities, which is another buzzword, that we can get, man. Lookman is another one. Lookman is a very good player and someone that can play both flanks as well. And again, you look at the price that Chelsea are offering. You're not telling me Atlanta are going to be wanting more than 50 plus million for Lookman. It's going to be around about the same amount of money. He's definitely the better player. So I just don't understand why you wouldn't go out and get him, man, for sure. But I don't know, man. It just seems like these kind of these signings have always kind of, there's something that's missing from them in terms of why can't we understand why we're going for certain type of plays. And definitely, this is definitely one of them for sure. Big up A says we need Eze and Rodrigo. LFC are going in for Rodrigo. We can't let them have them. Yeah, there is rumors that obviously Liverpool like Eze. They've had a long-standing interest for Eze. They like Rodrigo. I see Manchester City like Rodrigo as well. These are going to be top players, so all the teams are going to be going after them. But for me, my key thing is to making sure we've got enough money to afford these players in the first place. So that means don't spending a lot of money on a player that you don't need in Madueke. Do you know what I mean? If you can try and get the deal down for Eze, then cool. I know we've just spent a lot of money on a striker. Hopefully, he's going to come through the door. So, yeah, there's a lot of wheeling and dealing to do. But, bro, we have to do it. We have to get it done. We've been neglecting so many transfer windows the last 2 or 3 seasons. So, for me, it's their own fault. We've had to do all this kind of business in the one window. But it has to be done now. There has to be no excuses why we've not achieved anything. We have to have the right amount of quality, the right amount of squad depth, etc., etc. So, yeah, we need to get it all over the line, man. For sure. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys like the video. We need Eze, Rodrigo, like your man said. Big up DG2. He says, I know I meant get Eze and a top left winger, not Madueke. 100%. I know what you meant for sure. Don't worry, my guy. But yeah, we need to offload Trossard or Martinelli to facilitate a move for both. I think we'd actually do. Maybe potentially even both. I think it's going to be both if we sell Trossard first. But I think if we sell Martinelli for a massive amount, I think you could probably keep Trossard and just get in both. So, but we'll see. We'll see if we do it. Like I said, I just want Arsenal to do the thing that we did a couple of seasons ago we tried to do a couple of seasons ago, but Edu flopped it basically. So when in that season where we signed Havertz, Rice, Timber, and Raya, obviously we signed them all first. So we spent we spent like 220 million or whatever it was on these 4 players. And then the idea was to sell. I remember at that time, the idea was then to sell £100 million worth of players to try and get, obviously, the incomes back into the club. Obviously, Edu failed to do that. He only sold Balogun. Do you know what I mean? He was supposed to sell Balogun and Eddie that summer, and was supposed to sell Smith Rowe that summer as well, and Reece Nelson that summer as well. We were supposed to sell all the English core as well as obviously Balogun as well. So we ended up selling one of them, and the rest of them all stayed. So again, we got no money for all of these players, man. So yeah, I think that kind of flopped it. But I think for me, we need to kind of just need to do the same. We need to get the players in first, and then for me, the latter stages of August, you need to be worrying about Zinchenko out the door, Fabio Vieira out the door, and trying to negotiate those kind of deals. So I still look at Berta's job in like a 2-part section in terms of has he done the outgoings good and the incomings good as well. So it's definitely something to look at for sure. But yeah, we'll see how well he can do it, man. Again, he's just obviously joined the job, but just been on the job. So we'll see how well he can do it. Big up, obviously, my man Neil, especially Chelsea cannot repeat. I cannot repeat, get Rodrigo. I don't think they're going to be in the running for Rodrigo personally. I think that ship's kind of sailed for them. I think they're probably happy with the majority of their business, man. And I think they're probably going for cheaper, affordable kind of wingers, younger wingers as well, even younger than 24. You just see them get Gittins for 20, obviously he's 20 years old for 55 mil. So yeah, I think that's the kind of area they're kind of shopping in for sure, man. But big yourself up anyway, my guy. But yeah, we need to go in for Rodrigo, 100% agree. Madueke will be Saka's backup and competition on the left. Eze or Rodrigo start on the left. Trossard leaves. Martinelli as backup. Ethan as backup to Odegaard. Not a bad window. To be fair, listen, it'll be from what I was expecting. For me, it's still not because again, like I said, I was expecting not Rodrigo in particular, but I was expecting a top left winger, a natural left winger, which I don't think Eze is. He can play there and he's good there, but for me, he's more of like a 10 kind of position. So yeah, to not get that and to get someone that can play in the 10. Again, I love Eze. I want to sign Eze as well as a top winger. But for me, I can't justify getting Madueke when we could use that particular money to get a proper winger. Because again, you're paying 50 mil for a backup. When you put a little bit more on it, you can just get a starter on the left. And then again, you can get the starter on the left that potentially can play as a backup if Saka needs to get injured. And then you can move people around and have Martinelli as the second left kind of winger and have the backup play right wing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think there's definitely it's a world where I wouldn't be fully happy. I can't lie. Like, I wouldn't be, bro. Like, that left winger situation was just important for me as the striker situation. Because, again, it's been very nullified, that left-sided piece of the pitch, for about two years now, since Martinelli's form went off a cliff. I know Trossard did very well there, not last season, the season before, when he got 17 goals, but he was in and out of the team. He wasn't a consistent figure in the team. Martinelli and him were sharing it. So I think we need a starter for left wing, starter for right wing, and a starter for striker. And then you've got kind of the backups to alternate between themselves in the games that they need rest in. So, but yeah, that's just my opinion, man. If our transfer window finished with Kepa, Mascara, Zubi, Norgard, Madueke, Eze, and Gyökeres, what would you rate that out of 10? Oh, I mean, I'll be happy with the striker. I'm obviously happy with Zubimendi, which obviously knew was coming. I'll be very happy with Eze. Madueke, not so much. I wouldn't really care too much about Norgard. Okay, I get it. Mascara, again, don't really know too much about him because I can't really rate him too high. I don't know, man. I feel like I can't give that more than probably a 7, I'd say. Because probably like a 7, you know. 7. I can't give it because the left wing. We need a left winger, fam. We need a left winger, bro. If we get a left winger, then bro, that's the top one for me. Even though the midfield again could potentially be obviously be better, but for me, if we got that left winger position for me, I know you're saying about Eze, and I get that. That would still be a good improvement on Martinelli, but I don't know, man. I don't know, fam. I still feel, because again, it's one of those ones where for example, Odegaard gets injured, you're playing Eze in the 10, and then you're back to Martinelli. Whereas if you get Eze and a left winger, you can potentially, even if Odegaard's injured, still have Eze in the 10 and still have your new left winger. Do you know what I mean? I feel like, again, it would just be, because I wouldn't have any expectations of Madueke, bro. And that's the thing that brings it down. So, yeah, for me, I'll probably give it a 7, because obviously I got the striker I wanted. I would have got Zubimendi as well, which is a very good player. I would have got Eze, who I wanted as well. Kepa, I'm not too fussed about in terms of, like, okay, it's a backup keeper, whatever. Mascara is obviously a position that we need to cover, so cool. And Norgard, again, not really good. But the Madueke thing's like, oh, God, if take him out and bring someone better in, then yeah, top window. But yeah, that's just my honest opinion. You guys in the comments, let me know what you think for sure, man. Rodrigo, Nelly back up, left wing. Eze, Odegaard in the 10. Saka, Nwaneri is back up, right winger. Ethan is better than Madueke. Yeah, I say Ethan is better than Madueke, bro. I can't even lie. I think he is. I'd rather just keep, if I had an option to sell Ethan and buy Madueke, or keep Ethan and not buy Madueke, I'm keeping Ethan for sure. Definitely, man. Big ol' Yasser TV. I'm waiting for my Monzo notification. Oh, this is what I'm saying about you, Chelsea, man. I'm sick of it. Big yourself up, brother. This is what I mean, bro. Carlos was on the same thing again. Don CFC as well, bro. Man saying, run me my nonny peas. Where is it, bro? What's going on? What's the hold up? I got things to do. It's crazy, man. Big up yourself, brother. Oh, every single time, man. Love the banner in the chat for sure. My brother, come on. Love as always, man. I believe Diaz is leaving. That can fund the move for Rodrigo. Yeah, that's a very good point. Big up, yes, sir, man. My guy, big up tops of the chat. Big yourself up, brother. Good to see you in the chat, man. But yeah, listen, you might get your nonny peas sooner rather than later, bro. Again, it's been a lot of links, man. Hopefully, it doesn't really come to fruition, because again, I don't want to buy another Chelsea player. I can't lie, but we will see, man. 7.5 out of 10 for me. That's a fair rating. If you get Rodrigo, it goes to a 10. I probably would say it would be a 10, man, because I'd be pretty happy, as happy as I can be. I'll be happy with the defense, happy with the goalkeepers, happy with the attack. Well, extremely happy with the attack, the versatility, the range, the fact that we've got different plays in different positions in terms of stylistically, the different kind of formations we could play, and how many tactics we can do differently, the variations, the combinations in midfield and up front we could do. Yeah, I'll be proper gas, but. Yeah, the Madueke one just drops it down, man. It's crazy. Man said another Chelsea fan in the chat. Ay, bro. I swear, it's filling up, man. It's filling up for sure. These Chelsea, man, are surrounding me. I'm telling you, man, they want their bread. I feel like it's a loan shark thing, bro. I'm just surrounded, man. Where's my money, bro? Where's my money? Big up, Colin. If you can't get Rodrigo, you go for if you cannot get Rodrigo, you go for Lookman or Atlanta. Yeah, listen, you're the obviously the Serie A guy, bro, with obviously AC Milan. Bro, listen, again, you go for one of those two, man. Those have to be the two key kind of plays you go for, in my opinion. Obviously, Anthony Gordon's been mentioned, but again, I don't think he's realistic to get. So yeah, bro, you go for one of those two, man, and you get him. You just don't get Madueke for sure. Ethan is a better prospect and has a higher ceiling. He has not materialized yet, 100%, bro. He's definitely got room to improve as a player for sure. He's literally just burst on the scene. The last season or whatnot. So yeah. Carlos says, Colin, Rodrigo chooses Chelsea over you. Starless bombs there. Yeah, I'm not even gonna entertain that. But yeah, big ol' AB with the smiling emoji. Big ol' Yasa says, I'm the bill collector with the listen, bro. You man are up my neck, fam. I feel like I'm owed taxes and that. It's crazy. What's going on, people? You man are on my neck. Oh my god. I swear, nah. I feel like I'm just getting rushed by you Chelsea guys. I'm telling you. You sent me my money. Like, what's going on here? Well, big up yourself in the chat, man. As always, appreciate you guys in the building, man. Damn, we've done a lot. This has been a wicked show for sure, man. I really enjoyed it, man. Big up everyone tuning in. For sure, man. It's been a sick show, man. You guys have really smashed it on to this, obviously on the channel today. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like up the video as well. I normally do a 9 a.m. show Monday to Friday, as well as a 2 o'clock afternoon show as well, talking all things transfers, all things news as well. So yeah, man, it's all good, man. All good indeed. But yeah, big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys smash up the like button for sure. I said, why am I hearing Yardman call Chelsea the biggest club? Forget that. Oh, big up Yardman, yeah. Big up Yardman, but yeah, he's moving mad. My brother Daya is crazy, man. It's crazy. Chelsea fans are attracted to tops like a moth onto a flame. Colin, brother, it's crazy. It's actually nuts. I don't know how all of a sudden these men have found my channel. Big up yourself for being involved in that. I appreciate it. But bro, it's absolutely mental, man. You men are on me. Like, it's bro. We cannot get Wakey. I can't have it. I said, I warned you, Colin, with a laughing emoji, man. Enjoy Wakey. Aye. You see when you get teams, yeah, and you get rivals say, enjoy my player. That's how you know you're messing up, bro. Yeah? Because if we were linked with Palmer, these men won't be saying enjoy Palmer. You get me? So that's how you know these men don't rate him like that. They don't get bamboozled, bro. These men don't rate him like that for sure. But yeah, man, it's been a sick show, man. Big up everyone tuning in. Big up everyone in the comments as well. Obviously, I'll take a break. I'm not going to be on tomorrow. I've got some things to do, so I won't be about. But Thursday, I will be back 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. So make sure you guys smash the like button and set your notification bell on and never miss a video. I'm going to redirect to my brother BBK Sports. He's obviously on talking about Arsenal right now. So make sure you go and send him a Tops raid, T-Janzo raid, all of that good stuff. But yeah, until Thursday, I'm out. It's been your boy Tops. Don't hate the play at the game. Until next time, I'm out, people. Peace.